showed him an Arthur. Okay, that's how big of a deal he was. Okay? Arthur the Kid Show. He was a rabbit.
Like, he's one of those famous people that like.
It's like Kenny G.
Okay.
Sure.
Or Yanni, if you want to go even farther into it.
Yeah, like everybody like knew them, but I guarantee you no one actually listened to like Yo-Yo Ma. But everybody knows who Yo-Yo Ma was.
Sure. Get it. All right, boys. Welcome back to the Dick Van Myke Show. Sorry, welcome back to the Dick Sans Myke Show. What happened? I don't know. Myke couldn't make it this week. His body's not really agreeing with him. So we got two replacements for him. We got Remi to my left, and then straight across from me we got Matt.
Hi again.
Both repeat guests.
That's right.
So this will be a good
Three-peat.
time.
He's a thrice.
A
Three-peat.
three-peat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times. So they were some of the more fun episodes for me, I think. Not to discredit any of the other guests, but you know, a lot of good stories.
You can tell the truth. We're the best.
You're the fucking best, bro. Yeah, some good stories. Some good stories have been told around this table with these fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get going, I'll just remind everyone to hit those subscribe buttons. I'm not going to go through the list of what platform because you are listening to it. So
Wherever you get your podcast,
that thing you're using to listen to this podcast right now, there's a subscribe or follow button. Just hit that and you're good to
If
go.
you're not doing it already.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Yeah, there you go. We already know that Remi's mom is the biggest fan of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's
Mama.
that's a pretty big fact.
Yeah. She wants her stickers. She's all caught up.
All right.
She listened. She even said to me, she goes, make sure you tell them I want my fucking stickers.
On air.
On air.
And
I said that. I said, no problem, Ma. I'll do it.
So we're just gonna do this. Just gonna
Oh, look at that. Slide them right there.
under your stuff.
Perfect.
So it's now in your hands.
It's in my hands.
Your
No,
fault.
I'll
If you forget.
No, I won't. And actually, before we get even farther, I just want to go and start off with a fuck both of you, okay? From last episode, okay?
I know exactly where you're going
because
with this.
I already called Matt out on the weekend for this when he came over for my brother's party.
I think he's false information.
No!
His girlfriend did not agree. Also
False
information.
Girlfriend is also afraid of conflict, okay? That's why she doesn't want to deal with it.
All right, fill him in to the guests
Okay.
that don't remember.
Guess I don't remember. We were out for Dick's birthday 2 Saturdays ago.
Yep.
And car bombs were drank throughout the night. And before the night was finished, I decided to open my mouth and say that I'm pretty fast at drinking a car bomb. Not as fast as Liam, as I said. And then, who was it? It was Matt. Oh, that sounds like a challenge. So then, sure enough,
No,
Sure.
that doesn't sound like me at all.
So-
sure enough, 4 more got brought out to us. And we went go. And all I can say is I remember putting my glass down the same time as Liam, or just a bit after, and you were last.
Oh, of course I was last.
So that's all I can say. That's all
Yeah,
I want to.
that's
That's all I want to
definite-
clarify.
That's a definite. I think he took a break in the middle just to admire our progress. And then continue drinking.
Whatever your excuse was. Actually, I'll tell you what. Like, this isn't my excuse. I would have been slower regardless. I'm not pretending that this is the reason I was slower. But I did kind of start with a fumble. I was using my wrong hand.
Ugh.
And it just, like, kind of
You
threw
gotta be
me off.
you gotta be ambidextrous.
Yeah,
okay?
I can't do that.
Nah, well,
probably
but okay. So, what ended up being my girlfriend's solution was, Liam came first, Richard came last. Let the middle. Who knows about?
It's so diplomatic.
Yeah, Pixar, it didn't happen. Looks
Yeah.
like we're gonna have to go for another round.
We should have planned this better. We could have easily just done it here.
No.
But that would have been, probably dangerous.
I'll probably break somebody's terms of service somewhere.
Yeah, probably. I will say I saw something on Instagram a couple days ago, and it was like this girl talking about like things that will kill you if you attempt them. And like, I'm gonna get this wrong, but one of them was like you can't eat like 3 cherry pits in a row because they have like cyanide in them or something.
No, that's
Apples.
apples have cyanide.
Okay, well
Or arsenic. It has arsenic,
I
which
remember-
is the key ingredient for cyanide.
I remember she said specifically
Why do you
cherries
know
in this
that
one.
so well?
Yeah, that's really random.
I remember hearing. No, it
Don't-
was
don't
no,
upset
no,
this
no.
guy.
It was on.
You know what?
Spike
you were
TV.
Faster.
Spike,
You were faster.
Spike TV. It was the ways to die shit.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
don't
I-
cross
And it was
this
about
guy.
a thousand ways to die, and it was about eating an apple. If you ate all the seeds in it, would you die? Because then it explains about the arsenic and cyanide.
Okay.
That's all. That's my reasoning. I did not know any more about it.
Yeah, this guy's got acid bins in his garage.
Yeah, it's
Don't-
like you know what? I don't want to do the next car bomb.
There might be something I do not like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be foaming at the mouth.
Anyways,
Yeah,
the last point this girl made in her video was like, you can't take 14 shots of whiskey in under an hour. And I heard that and I was like, challenge accepted.
I'm pretty sure it can be done.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like guys chug full bottles of Jack, like with it, like in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve will do it is literal proof that that is false.
Yeah. So like, kind of still think challenge accepted. I'm not going to do it like today or nothing.
But bet you upon history, once upon a time, I've probably done it like not even knowing because of the way my mixed drinks have flowed as I'm pouring them.
Well, I mean, I've definitely drinking alcohol straight from the bottle before. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that I get what Matt's saying though, because times when you go somewhere and you go, Matt, want to pour me a drink? Oh yeah, sure. And it's just like this.
Yeah, the risk gets.
oh, he uses his phone.
Oh yeah, he uses the phone. Well, sorry.
It's actually the beer app that everyone had in high school when you like pretend to drink.
Oh yeah, the one that like when you turn your phone. When the first time they came out with like phones with like rotation sensors.
Yeah.
Like, oh look, I'm pouring a beer.
Yeah.
And I still remember the last
And
time
the
I
Zippo.
the last time I got blackout was because of him pouring me triples before we went out to the bar.
It does. My wrist gets a little weak. A couple drinks in.
My wrist gets a little weak. I just held it there for too long.
Granted, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I
happen.
totally
or a
forgot.
mid-combo, like looking over here. And just like,
Sorry, what'd you say? Okay, yeah.
I totally
shit.
forgot there was a Zippo app.
Yeah. iPod Touch, Zippo app.
it was right with like the gun app, the beer app, and the
Oh my
Zippo
god,
app.
there was a gun app too.
Yeah.
I forgot about all these
And
things.
everyone's sitting in class just like popping rounds off at their desk, and the teacher's like, "Okay, well, technology's new, and now phones are banned."
Yeah, right.
But miss, it's an iPod.
I remember trying to pull that kind of shit. No, it's an iPod. I don't have a cell phone plan. I had a cell phone plan.
Yeah, my laptop used to like rotate, and you could like lay it down and
Oh,
have like
yeah.
a touch screen on it. So it always asked me to close the laptop, so I just rotate it, put it
It's
down, and be
closed.
sitting there like playing Need for Speed still on the touch screen.
That's actually kind of dope.
Yeah.
What did like? Would there be a keyboard and shit?
Yeah,
on?
yeah, it was all touchscreen
okay,
keyboard.
okay.
All the tricks kids used to do, because I remember like the first time I ever seen our buddy Stu run like headphone wires through his sleeve and then like put his hand or his head on his hand like he's resting, but he just got music in the whole time. Like,
Yep.
you sly W.
Yeah, that's clever shit right there. Actually, I was thinking about this the other day. Someone in their story who we all follow posted like, "Oh, these are the things I put through my washing machine." I'm not going to say her name, but you may or may not remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, right on the table was like wired headphones. I was like, "Wow,
So that's still a thing.
that's old." And I was like thinking about like the look
I still
in
use
high
wired
school.
ones.
But the look in high school was a guy walking around with a hoodie
Oh.
on and the headphones dangling out in
Out the
front of the
shirt.
hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I
Wow.
remember I have a hoodie with you connect the phone in the
Yeah.
pocket, and then the hoodie drawstrings were headphones.
Right.
And you just put them in your ears.
Yeah.
You look
how did
kinda
you wash
goofy.
that?
You just washed it.
And they were fine?
They're fine.
Oh.
As long as you let them dry out, they're not like just don't plug them in while your headphones are still wet.
I think it's a little bit dated, but I gotta get those. If we have like a high school reunion party or something,
Oh,
I'm just gonna bring that.
Bring
like,
it all right back. I'm sure I still have a couple shirts.
It's like that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine when they do that high school reunion, and he runs into the guy he used to be in a ska band with, and he's like, "Oh, how's life going?" He's like, "Oh, it's going good. I'm a cop, whatever. How about you?" Still trying to do that music thing.
Yeah.
I kind of took personal offense to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still trying to do the music thing.
Yeah, it's like Buddy just sent me. I think I sent to the group that meme. It's like millennial culture is just filling our lives with like expensive nerd shit and just watching the world collapse around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, amount of Lego that we buy.
Yeah, Lego
Lightsaber.
lightsaber.
Lightsaber. Yeah, Matt's on that train now. He's got a
Yeah,
lightsaber.
I'm only buying one for now.
for now.
For now.
Until you have like
There
a
you go.
whole wall of broom handle or broom holders full of lightsabers.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm probably gonna go buy one of those like $100 cheap Amazon ones that everyone says not to buy, just so I can swing,
the shit out of
swing
one.
it around and then get used to the $600 one I just bought.
Yeah. Learn how to do cool shit first, and then
There you go.
you can do a cool shit with the nice one.
Yeah, and worth it. Brings you back to the childhood. It was gonna happen eventually. So it
See, I
happened.
never owned one growing up.
I had one.
I wasn't privileged enough to own one.
I remember when I first got like my actual like first lightsaber was like Obi-Wan's lightsaber from I think like Attack of the Clones, and like it was the first time they made them like a hard tube when you could like flick it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like my sister used to go to I guess like fairs and festivals with the family, and they were like softer plastic, so you could like hit them on your head and it would just kind of like bend and snap back,
Okay.
and it, like wouldn't hurt.
Sure.
So first thing my sister does is just whip this thing out and just crack, and just like and she's just laying on the floor like, oh, you trying to open your presents? No, just like she's rolling around, just hand on her forehead, just cracked herself with a baseball bat on the head on purpose.
Nice.
I think it was probably smart that my parents actually didn't buy me one growing up, because my brother and I probably would have like beat the shit.
Oh,
out of each other.
I broke mine because mine like ended up being the tip came out, everything like that. It ended up being just half a lightsaber after all of it. Mine was the Luke's from Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
The green one.
You know how much that one's probably worth if you didn't break it?
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
Collector's item right there.
Yeah, well.
Me and my sister, every year, Christmas, presents are done being wrapped, and there's just a mountain of tubes. We're
Yeah.
beating the shit out of each other.
Used to do that
every
too.
year.
But those break so quick.
Oh yeah.
Like second or first hit, depending on how
That's
aggressive
why
you
you
are.
just
Just like boom, snap. All right, we're over. I
That's
got
why
twin
I-
daggers.
That's why I agree to just wrap presents for everybody.
So you
and then I
collect
just
the
got
tubes.
a mountain. I just got a backpack.
Say Matt just comes down with the sand sack.
It's like
ninja.
General Grievous.
Yeah, just
General Kenobi.
yep, exactly what it is.
Oh, good times.
I know. Anyone that's close to me that would have seen all the videos of just the mayhem that happens at Christmas. So
Yeah.
Oh, we always get it every Christmas.
I look forward to
Everybody
it.
wake up!
yeah. So for
I
anyone
look
that
forward to
doesn't,
that.
yeah, anyone that doesn't know, I sleep in the basement of my house. I'm 27 and
He's
still
the gremlin.
and still to this day when we set up the Christmas tree in the basement, I'm not allowed to sleep down there because like I'd
All the-
interrupt Santa Claus putting presents under the tree, regardless of my
Your age.
My age. So I have
Yeah.
to sleep on the couch. So out of I don't know, revenge, I guess, vengeance, I wake up extra early at a solid 6 a.m.
Nice.
and wake up the entire family by screaming and flicking the main lights in all the rooms and
But that was even before you lived in the basement, wasn't it? You used to do that?
nope. No, yes, maybe once. Yeah,
I
once or
thought
twice.
you did it beforehand.
Yeah.
I only have a record of it since I've had Matt on Snapchat.
Oh.
But now every time I wake up Christmas morning, I kind of like wait for it. I'm like, has he sent it yet? No? Okay, I'll just wait a little bit. I think last Christmas you were actually a bit late on it because I was sitting there at like 7 a.m. going like, what the fuck, man? I was like, did he forget this year? No. I was like upset.
I
was
just watched a video actually. It's like a guy in a SpongeBob onesie, and he's got like those like I don't know, it's like present tubes, but like the ones that are actually
Sure.
for music, like the plastic ones.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going around playing Tsunami, like that EDM song,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
perfectly on like all the door frames of his bedrooms and everything as he's walking around the house.
It's
And I was
kinda
like,
cool,
that's
though.
kind of like the new goal. I got to up my game.
Yeah. Careful how much you up it though, because then you're going to be expected to increase every year. And
No,
it's
that's
gonna-
fine. I will just borrow drum kits.
I was going to say
Set
then
them up in the lobby of the house.
Well, that's the thing. I've been seeing this one guy like on Instagram, and he's probably on TikTok, but I don't have TikTok. It's the guy that goes to every piano like music
he doesn't
store.
have TikTok. Eh?
I don't have TikTok. Sorry, I'm not a millennial like everyone else. But he goes to all the different music stores, piano section, and plays like all like retro, like 80s to 90s to like new EDM piano
Oh, that's awesome.
piano synth parts, and like the people that work there just go walk up like, wow, that's really cool, man.
I saw a guy doing it on like he's in the Caribbean or something, like pots and pans and metal.
Yeah.
But like hundreds of things. Like
Sure.
hundreds of things scattered around him. And he's like working his way down the entire line, switching like,
Oh, like but EDM style? Yeah.
Yeah, which is two hands though, like in like bashing like heel of his hand and the toe of his hand, like
Cool.
Yeah.
full drum and bass. Like the
Some of
entire
these guys
it
are
was
crazy.
nuts.
Oh, it's
I remember
like
the first
street
time I
drummers.
seen it. Yeah, I remember the first time I seen like some drummer in Africa who's using like actual buckets and like made himself a little kit, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, this guy's better than like every drummer I know, and the drums sound amazing somehow, but it's
Yeah.
literally garbage.
Yeah. What was that band? I don't know if they still do shows, but they used to do all the shows at the concert halls. I forget what they were called. And they'd have like everyone with like people walking around with like steel trash bins strapped to their
You mean
feet.
Stomp?
Stomp? Is it Stomp?
It's like a not a Broadway show, but it's a theater show. Stomp.
Theater show,
Yeah,
Stomp, but it's
they
all-
were like subway performers,
Yeah,
kind of stuff like that.
and
like
it's
street
all
music. Yeah, Stomp.
music without instruments.
Yeah,
Interesting.
garbage
And
pails.
it's like an
this-
entire theater performance based with it.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
Saw it in the
That's
pro-
exactly what it was.
Saw
That
it
was
in
your-
the saw it in the program
that was your
once. I don't
teaser.
know.
That was your
Regardless,
teaser
it's
right
on
there.
the list. It's on the bucket list before I die to see Stomp in the
That's-
Blue Man Group, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's something I've never seen either. But that sounds cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting what people come up with. People are creative as fuck. I'm not that creative
No.
at all.
We say we're creative.
Pretend I am.
Yeah.
Certain aspects, but not
Sure.
not any way that's useful to
No.
literally anybody else besides my own imagination.
Yeah, exactly. I did this really cool thing that no one else understands. Yes.
Yes.
It's usually why
Yeah.
I'm laughing by myself sometimes. Just
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Sometimes he just needs to laugh with an expert.
Yeah. Yeah, you can talk to yourself as long as nobody answers back. You're okay.
It's a one-sided conversation. The minute I start raising my voice, then you have to worry about something.
Yeah. Then I get a little bit concerned.
Yeah.
And he's
And
got
we have to
cyanide in his
I was
basement.
gonna say then we revert back to the cyanide conversation. Comes full circle. Guy's crazy.
Guys.
Multiple personalities and excessive
Stop.
amounts of cyanide.
Yeah. Some ricin in there.
Yeah, don't open mail from this guy. Also, who still gets mail?
That's anthrax.
He's like the Canadian Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Stop.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yep.
Good stuff. So how you both doing? Wow, that was exciting.
Yeah. No. Nothing crazy. I'm working down ways away, so it's just
Ways away.
yeah.
Ways away.
Ways away.
That's a cool place.
Yeah.
Super cool place.
Elsewhere.
I get to see the hammer. I get to see from where I'm working, but it's
Like
still a shithole.
far away.
No, I'm in Burlington.
When did you guys start dating?
What? No.
Oh, okay. Wrong hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Nope.
Wow, that's pretty far actually to go to work
It's okay.
every day.
Start
It's like
early
an hour and a
and-
bit, right? Like it's not like 20 minutes. Probably with traffic even more.
407, baby.
Oh,
407 on the way up. Yo, I love hearing that beep, beep, beep when I get off
I
the
had to-
407 knowing I saved all that time.
I had to ease up on using that a little bit because if I used it as much, like I don't drive a lot, but it adds up, man.
Oh, love it. As soon as you get on there, the 407 hum, like, let's go.
Company.
Isn't
Yeah.
it the 140 kpm hum?
No, it's
Oh.
just the 407 just has a
If I'm driving, yeah.
the whole time.
Well, yeah,
those grooves in it.
it's the
They
concrete
gro-
grooves. Yeah.
they concrete grooved it, so it's just the hum the whole time.
Yeah.
Mix that in with a little work van ladder whistle, you got yourself some music, some saving time music.
Some saving time music.
Yeah.
This is the sweet sound of my people saving time.
That gets dogs going batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
407 FM.
Yeah, 407 FM. Yeah.
Just the noise.
But I've been good. Lightsaber. I'm a kid in candy shop. I've been swinging around my house. My family's already pissed off at me.
Yeah, I
so
think I
that-
got like 7 unread snaps from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him today. I read
Yeah,
him.
I had it like in my. It lights up my basement like when the lights are off. Like it is bright.
Yeah, I
super
know.
impressed. Love
That's
it.
good.
Kid in candy shop. Happy.
Yeah.
No, I've been good. Everything's good. Your brother's birthday.
It was. Yeah,
We
it
got to
was.
hang out on the weekend. Matt,
It was yesterday,
His,
actually,
his
but-
brother's
yeah.
birthday. Was it yesterday?
His birthday was
Oh,
yesterday.
birthday was
So,
yesterday,
like,
but like
3-4 days ago.
Yeah, for the podcast. Yes,
yeah,
sorry.
celebration
on
was
the
on
Monday.
the,
was
the
the
previous
birthday.
weekend, and
Yeah.
it was a blast.
It was fun.
Good.
Had a lot
Lots of
Oh,
fun.
yeah. I showed up looking like a greasy
Oh
80s.
Gosh, just Buddy shows up in Canadian tuxedo with the filthy shades on.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it's like, yeah, denim on denim.
Was it one of like the
Yeah.
fun
with
on
the
it?
Oh
fur,
yeah.
yeah, with the
oh
fur.
yeah.
The shades were just blacked out with the gold trim that say filthy
Oh,
in the
Yeah.
corner. And then like this hat just on backwards. And I had a duster.
And a dart in his mouth. Just
And-
walks in. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And everyone looked at him. It's like,
Yeah. And I was like
Mhm.
bringing like painkillers for my mom's fiance because he had like shoulder surgery and he left them at home.
Okay.
So like I was in like a convenience store like buying smokes prior to getting to the party and looking like I do, which is already a grease
Yeah,
ball, but I
sure.
love it because it's just that 80s vibe. And like my sister
Size
calls me.
vibe.
Yeah, my sister calls me like, "You got the pills? You got the pills?" And I'm on the phone in the convenience store, like looking like just grease ball. Just yeah, I got the pills. Yeah, I got the pills. I'll be there soon. Just have a beer ready or whatever. Just cracking jokes and like, remember seeing like the mom with her kids in front of me in line at the store, just looking at me like, "What the hell?" And like pulls her kid in, like a little bit
what
closer.
is this town turned into?
Oh, that's funny.
Next,
Yeah.
next thing
It
you know,
was
it's gonna
like-
be on the web.
Yeah, look
on
out
the
for
Facebook
this
group.
guy.
On the Facebook group, look out for this guy. Mind you-
Description: denim jacket, greasy stash, and a backwards hat.
Yeah,
Looking
but,
real trashy.
Between my two occupations, I'm pretty well known around town, so I'm sure that search wouldn't take very
No.
long. So,
Oh, that's Matt.
yeah,
Yeah, he's all fucked.
yeah. Oh,
Great
already knew.
guy.
We already knew. Yeah, it's fine. He's harmless for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good.
Yeah, I saw
But
the,
it was fun.
saw the pictures you posted, your brother. You guys take fucking hilarious selfies.
Oh man,
Like, I'm like, what
there's
the
so
fuck?
much, and that's the thing. Like, I had so much more, but it's like not incriminating for him. It's just it would be social suicide for him. So
I feel like based on what you posted, it couldn't get worse.
Oh no, there was stuff there was like videos that were
There's
worse.
worse.
There's worse.
Oh yeah.
There's
Okay.
worse. There's videos of him like dancing and twerking, and like I wanted to post it really badly,
Ooh.
but like I was like,
Just ruined his
no.
I'm
No.
waiting for the day. I know there's so many people out there with so much ammo on me that are just not using it. And I'm waiting for the day. It doesn't even have to be a special occasion. I'm just waiting for this like throwback Thursday, and then my life is over.
Yeah, right. Well, look at those videos. It's like we have a buddy who like I was at a bonfire party with, and he's in a fire department, and he was the one guy at the party with a jerry can of gas, just like dumping it onto the fire that was already going. And I was like, "Yeah, you got an image to uphold, bro. You gotta chill out a little bit. Gas can is on fire, like."
Yeah, it was. A
Do
good
I know who
image.
this person is?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you were
No
very
names.
well aware. Yeah,
No
you were very well aware
names.
who this person is.
oh.
Yeah, but it was just a great. I'm like, if someone's gonna do it, at least it's him, right?
Yeah, at least it's
the
like a
guy
fire
that knows
guy.
how to properly put it out,
Yeah.
deal the damage. Yeah,
Now you're just saying that it just makes me laugh. Like my brother, every time now we have a fire, he goes, "You know what? Give me the hose. I was firefighter for a day, back in elementary. I'm like, that was in elementary school." He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "You got like a little certificate?"
yeah. The sparky. The
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude, I'm certified.
Because
'Cause I don't care.
Like the day trip you take to the
Yeah.
fire hall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Sparky the dog little fire hat.
Right.
Yeah,
Do they still do that? Do they
Not
still have a
sure.
Sparky costume kicking around?
I'm sure somewhere. I haven't seen it in a while.
Me either. I know the open house is sometime soon.
Yeah,
though.
the open house is sometime soon.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I've seen the logo up. I don't know if the costume's a thing.
Mm.
Be
I
cool.
do
I'd
remember
probably
that.
next thing you
freak
know,
out.
Matt's gonna be wearing it.
Cause remember
Oh,
the
man.
little demo house would go to like all the fairs,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
they'd have the Sparky guy mascot there, and they'd
Yeah.
be like taking people like through the house to experience it and all that.
Yeah,
showing
and
them
you'd
the
have, like,
safety stuff.
fake smoke that was not smoke.
Was it just like vapor or something?
Yeah, something not.
Not problematic.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
gonna put
Keep the
small
kids
children
safe.
in a
Yeah.
smoky environment.
Yeah. Hey kids, inhale all this smoke from this burning fake
Hey,
building.
that's probably why all the kids are into vaping now. All the smoke demonstrations
the-
at all the public schools over
Yeah.
like in the
That
house.
was the gateway drug.
Yeah. Fire safety is a gateway drug to vaping, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what we just came up with right
Yeah.
now. That's
We just
where
figured it
all
out.
this adds up.
Another full circle
if
situation.
they ever question it,
Yeah. What? How'd that happen? Well, you see,
Yeah, back in the day.
they bring us.
Back in my day.
back in the day, there was a guy named Sparky. He'd bring you to a house, throw you in there with a lot of fake smoke.
Yeah, Sparky was my first dealer. He gave me my first hit for free.
Yeah.
It was a
It
gateway.
was. They even gave you stuff. There was an incentive. They gave you stickers. What? It's true.
Yeah.
It just made me think of like the Half Baked when they're giving out their samples to everyone. It's got like the little business card on it. Like, imagine just being a drug dealer who gives out like the samples of your shit with your business card and phone number on it.
Yeah, usually it's
Like,
just like a sticker or a logo, so it's like
Yeah.
you know it's from the same place.
You know it's in
Yeah.
the same place, but you don't
Yeah.
know like where to get it from.
Yeah.
Hey, officer, I found this bag of pot. This guy's phone number. You got him. Like,
Yeah. Well, that was like even like before like weed was legal in Canada. Like how many coffee shops and like everything else that were like
Oh yeah.
back room, like not even sketchy,
cafes.
Yeah, not even sketchy backroom places. Like you just show your ID and walk into a freaking like a Starbucks room in the back.
are you talking about like actual cafe or like before that?
No, like it was cafes,
They
or
were
e-
cafes.
or even if it was like a sketchy door. For,
No, I'm talking
like,
about the
some of
place
them.
called Cafe.
I don't know if it was. Oh no, I don't know.
For a while, there was a place
was a
called
place-
Cafe.
there
There was
was
like
a-
six of them in the GTA.
Yeah.
And they were like a coffee shop in the front.
Yeah.
And it was just like a
don't-
concierge at the back of the
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that recent, or are you talking about like time before that?
No, like pretty much that recent, like just
Okay.
before it was legal and all
Oh,
the
okay.
raids kept happening and all that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And
That's
like
right.
they were nicer than like anything I've ever been in.
Yeah.
And like how do those places like I know they get raided frequently, but like
Yeah,
they're
they-
knowingly open and like public knowledge.
Yeah.
Like some of them are just like the sketchy door on the side of the building, and then you knock the door, show like the
Little-
kind of the sketchy bouncer, like the,
Yeah, it's
going
like-
Like
The
a,
little
like,
eye
like,
slot.
like a speakeasy back in the 30s.
yeah, and going in there is
Just
a bit
do the
sketchy,
knock.
and then you get in there and it's literally like wood grain floors, nice lighting, everything's
Yeah,
in glass
white
jars.
walls.
It's like a museum in there.
Actually, that's exactly what they were. Their
That's what
speakeasies.
that's what speakeasies were.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It literally was like a steel door. You knock on it, and all of a sudden go inside, and it's a beautiful bar.
Yeah, and it was classy inside. Like, it was classier than most bars I've ever even been in.
I've seen some
Take
of
note bars.
I've seen some of those, and I even said to myself, I'm like, I feel like I should be like buying pot in like a basement of like a ruggedy old abandoned mansion with like
out of the trunk of a guy's car.
with like, or like, you know, a basement with like mold in the corner and like foam dripping out of the walls.
Oh, like the TV show painting.
Like every single TV show, like drug lord in like a sketchy basement.
Yeah, but then you watch The Gentleman, and it's
and
sea containers underground, and
which is a great movie. I watched that like 3 times now.
Yeah,
love it.
Got any Wagyu? I also want one of those backyard barbecues.
That's Guy Ritchie's.
I know
his design.
Yeah, that's the guy who
directed the movie.
Yeah, his like personal brand or something.
Yeah, so it's like perfect product placement. And it's like even like with Free Guy, if you watch it. Have you guys watched it?
Yeah.
Okay, so at one
Spoiler alert.
Great
movie.
There's one part where he's walking, and all of a sudden it goes inconspicuous product placement, and it's like the bottle of aviation gin.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that.
And I think it's got like his Mint Mobile somewhere in there. Like he's got a couple of them.
There's a lot of cool things in there. Like at one point, there's like the Scorpion tank from Halo just driving down the street.
Yeah.
And like there's a couple others. Oh, at the end when they pulled out, like it was Captain America's shield.
Yeah, and
the shield, and then the Hulk fist.
Well, then it was like, what's his name? Chris
Evans.
Chris Evans like, what the shit? Yeah. And then the lightsabers.
Yeah, I probably will end up watching that movie just because I'm that guy, like 4 or 5 more times just to watch the background.
Oh, for Easter eggs, yeah.
Yeah, I did it with Ready Player One, and I still find something new every time. That movie is huge.
I've watched it 3 times.
Pretty saturated.
Yeah, it's cool.
And probably like out of the new age of movies, probably one of my favorite movies, top of the list, Ready Player One.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. I do remember seeing that. I should watch it more than once though, because like you said, there's a lot going on.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot.
So many little things,
and like
it's like a lot of these like nerd movies too. Like even Scott Pilgrim had a lot of stuff that I didn't even notice in the background.
Yeah,
because
it's all homage, right?
Homage. Well, even that like
keeps you coming back.
Yeah.
Well, Scott Pilgrim's got all like the comic book sound effects. So like I watch it again and I'll notice like a little sound effect, like when they do the light switch and it says like click above it and like flashes. Like it'll be like little tiny things like that. I'll be like, okay, this just made this whole rewatching of it like worth it because I noticed this little tiny thing that's super entertaining to me.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, so often. Every time I watch, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and it's in Toronto, so it's always cool. Like just watch the background.
So, like, the actual places you've been.
Yeah, like or you go to a place in Toronto, and you're like, I've seen this place before. And you realize that's where it is.
I will say it bugs me the venues that they play in because they're not the actual venues. Like when they go to Lee's Palace, it's not actually Lee's Palace. It's like on the outside, or no, not even on the outside. It wasn't actually Lee's Palace at all.
Was it?
No, it was like a complete set. Like even the inside wasn't even like the same thing.
I'm trying to remember what battle that was now.
Last time I was at Lee's Palace, it looked like the ceiling's about to fall down.
Probably, man. Is that place even open anymore?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was there for Cancer Bats.
Yeah. I had a fun time there.
Last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh, I think they were about to close down at one point, and then someone saved it. Yeah,
I don't know.
I remember that.
I remember from that concert, me and Shorty made a girl disappear.
I still remember your buddy's buddy.
Oh yeah,
his friend,
the
mustache man's friend. We go, okay, go to the bar, get us beers. Why me? I handed him a 50. I said, keep the change, get us all around of beers. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he was
nice
like
guy.
He was like in school hurting for buddy, so it's just like go get us beers the whole night. And then
still remember a guy crowd diving onto me, and I dumped my whole beer on his head because I was just so pissed off.
Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, when you're at Lee's Palace, it's not like a regular show where they have like the 4 feet and then the fence with like the bouncers in there.
Right to the stage.
Yeah, it's like a 4.5 foot stage.
Yeah, no, the stage is about 5. It's about on my nose.
Yeah, it's
about on my nose. So there's no security there. So when someone crowd surfs, they end up right on the stage, and there's nowhere else for them to go. So they do a 180 and jump back into the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're at the front, get ready for a hell of a workout.
Yeah.
So me and my buddy are there, and this one chick kept crowd surfing, and she was probably like 4 foot something, 5 foot something, like tiny,
really small,
like 100 pounds soaking wet, and it was probably like her 8th time coming over her head and jumping back onto us. So she leaped onto us, and we caught her and like full squat right to the ground, and like just launched her up in the air, like just gone. Never saw her again.
It's always a fun time at Lee's Palace.
Yeah, just boop, and she just
I've seen a couple shows there. I actually really like that venue because, like, if you don't want to be crazy and in the crowd, you have that whole elevated, like, bar situated thing that's like a horseshoe around the. Which
That's
is
also
nice.
like the Opera House. It's really nice like that.
Yeah,
you can stay back farther.
Yeah, I don't
which
think
is
they have the
nice.
horseshoe sort of effect, but they have the whole back.
It's
platform.
more of a step down kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which
But
is kind of nice. It separates the people that don't need to mosh pit and just want to listen to music.
I'm always in the mosh pit, though.
But those places sound is awful. Like, especially when you're in the front, like it's just awful sound.
Yeah.
Like, it's
You're there for more
so
of the
loud.
experience, basically.
Yeah, like the legendary venues.
Yeah.
And I remember during that Cancer Bats concert, that's when I know I had a condition where my eyes like started like resisting my contacts, like they wouldn't stay where they're supposed to go.
Okay.
So I had to get like, and then I was wearing glasses.
If you're saying what I think you're saying with the sunglasses, no, that was a different concert.
No. This is I was wearing glasses.
Okay.
And then this is prior to my laser eye surgery because I know I'm a tradesman and glasses and dust and angles that I have to work at. Glasses were just a nightmare.
Work.
Yeah. So I remember going moshing. I kept handing you my glasses.
Yes. Yeah.
And I can't read regular font like a ruler's length away from my face. So I'm just going into a blind whirlwind of harassment just to be able to mosh. And like, or we'd be there and our buddy Shorty, someone would jump off the stage. He'd just be like, look out, and just push me out of the way. Because all I could see is just color blobs.
Because that was the thing. Which one was it then we went to and you just got the laser eye surgery? Was it Rest on Fire or Protest the Hero?
No, it was Protest the Hero. I was like,
and they're known for having light shows too, right?
Okay.
For being for being a hardcore prog band.
Crazy lights.
Crazy lights.
And they're like, yeah, don't go anywhere with bright lights. And like, I went there and wore two pairs of sunglasses at the same time.
Buddy, we show up to the Danforth. He's got 2 pairs of sunglasses on. Everyone's looking at him like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? I'm like,
And then the
it's
lights,
okay. You just had a laser eye surgery. It's all right.
it was
so hardcore.
It was still too bright. Like I felt my eyes watering through the sunglasses. So I had to like look away whenever the lights were going crazy.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Yeah. Well, they ended up calling the show early.
Yeah,
because it was voice gave out.
Because it was they did 4 shows in a row.
Oh, okay.
And if you know that band
a little bit,
Rody Walker, he does anything from really, really low gutturals to super, super high.
Yeah, he does more than he should be doing.
Exactly. So 4 nights in a row, just when we went on the 4th night, he goes, "Nah, I can't do this anymore."
Yeah.
And like everyone was booing him, but like I totally understand.
Yeah, I get it, but still.
Yeah, that's kind of
upsetting.
But he came out in like the old comic book X-Men.
Yeah, they
Wolverine
all like
costume,
old Marvel costumes on.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's a very Arcade Fire move.
They don't give a shit. Whenever the last time I saw him, he was in Daisy Dukes, Captain's Hat. It was a heavy TO back in like 2016. Daisy Dukes, like a extra tight Hawaiian shirt that was like 2 sizes too small, and like a captain's cap, and he came out singing.
Weird.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'd be doing that. I'd be just shit. Who cares?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of bands that guys do shit like that. It's funny.
I think every time I've seen Streetlay Manifesto, which is 3 times, the guys wore the exact same outfit.
Yes.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Well, that's a thing.
He
that's
wears
branding.
like
his striped
shirt, his like military cap, and his cargo pants.
Yeah.
Every time.
Okay. I guess
also,
it's like
he's also an impressive lyricist. Not even like the singing.
No.
Not the singing wise, but like the length and the cadence of their songs are just fast and like 5 to 7 minutes long, and he's like singing
fast
like
too,
the
right?
whole time.
super fast. And then he's
a lot to unpack there.
But then he's also known for just doing the na 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 na, and then if you see that in like a ska meme, and you just write na na na, you know it's him.
Okay,
it's pretty funny.
Does he do that like in absence of being able to sing the words?
Oh, it's
or
just
like
in a lot of songs
he
does it.
Yeah.
It's just because then the horn section will mimic him. Which is pretty cool.
Actually, pretty dope.
Yeah,
you have
it's
to be
pretty
really,
cool,
really good at your instrument to be able to like mimic that shit in the spot.
They're like the Buster
they plan
Rhymes of like pop or ska though.
Yeah. Oh, he's super fast.
Yeah, it's just fast and continuous for like the entire length of the song, and then if not, he's doing like sustained long vocals because they switch that up.
It's basically jazz but in ska.
That's pretty excessive.
It's cool.
And he must have the best lungs in the world or something. I don't know.
Must not drink or smoke. Who knows?
Yeah,
right.
Crams him in there.
That's next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, to the costume thing, I know that Arcade Fire is big on that. They actually like have dress codes at their concerts where you have to wear a costume or a suit.
Yeah.
And then they interview people after the show, and all the people that didn't partake feel so like left out. They're like, wow, I thought I was going to be lame by doing it, but I was lame by not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when you go to like Fan Expo and all the Comic Cons, they're like, oh, I had a costume at home. I should have worn it.
Yeah,
Damn, like
it's
everyone else is dressed up.
You like in your Uber on the way, you're like, fuck, I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah, there's like
I got my lightsaber going. Like, and you get there and you're like, oh, okay. This is LARPing in real life, you know?
Yeah, it's all,
And Richard feels pretty cool because he's got his ash cap and that's it.
it's
I
all
don't
it
even
is.
have that anymore.
No?
No. I don't know why. It
I
either
think
got.
I-
I think it got really dirty because I wore that costume several times,
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
and I'd bust it out for different events too. Like, and it was I think it got just way too dirty. Plus, it was just like a piece of like sheet sewed onto the front of a red like
Oh, so
Chicago
wasn't
Bulls hat or something.
Yeah.
you went
So-
you went full fan expo on that. Like actually made it yourself.
Oh, I had no choice. Okay, so this is actually a funny story. When I was gonna get the hat, right, I had it planned out. I drew the little logo on his hat because I know that's trademarked. I'm pretty sure it is anyways. Doesn't
Yeah.
even matter if
Yeah.
it is or not. But I was like, I'm gonna draw it, bring it to Lids, and be like, can you put this on a hat?
Yeah.
And so I went with my mom, and she fucked up. She was like, I was like, yeah, I want to make a hat with this logo. And they're like, oh, yeah, I don't know if we can do that. My mom's like, well, can't you do it? It's really common. It's like the Ash Ketchum hat from Pokemon.
Oh,
and I
she
was
said
like,
that.
woman.
Yeah.
She
what
said that.
did you do?
And
X.
and just
Red flags.
looks straight at us and goes, we can't do that. That's probably copyrighted. And I was like, see, I had a plan.
You get-
I was approaching guys who weren't nerds.
Just hey guys, here's a 20. All
Yeah,
right.
probably better if they were nerds and they just did it.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm sure if they were nerds, they probably would have. But these are like they were like the most like jockey looking, like on the basketball team, football team. Literally looked like the two you use in high schools.
Yeah.
And it's like sick. And I was young too. I was like, I don't even like. I wasn't at the age where I could have gone to the mall and buy it myself. So I had to
Right.
be like obviously less than 15,
Okay.
probably
Right.
even younger than that when I first did that costume. So like I probably wasn't even in high school. So it was even earlier than that. And
Yeah.
I was like, this is what I want. My mom was like, yeah, Pokemon. And they're fucking hell. So that didn't work out. I tried. So I ended up having to draw it on a sheet, sew it to the top of the hat. It's awful. It got dirty like so
But
easily.
see that's the story now. That's
Yeah.
the backstory.
Yeah, I guess like you know,
Now
Don't you
like
feel
15
so much more wholesome that
like
you made it
15 years
yourself?
later.
Yeah.
15 years later I can tell a story how my mom fucked up my costume by mistake.
see now you can
Yeah,
just
that's all that
now you
led
can
to.
justify spending like the 40 to whatever.
Thanks, Mom.
So many dollars. I don't know how much the hat would cost.
It
now.
probably would have been way too much money.
No, but I'm saying now, if you really
Oh,
want to
if
buy
I-
it,
yeah.
you can justify like, you know what? Yeah.
Amazon is probably like $30.
Well, I know
Yeah.
I know the Bubba Gump on Amazon's like 40 to $60, like for a Forrest
Yeah,
Gump
depending
one.
where you get it.
Yeah, probably. And then you can probably just buy it on like this is
Oh,
why I'm broke.com.
Go to
or
Wish or
something.
something.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that website. This is why I'm broke.com.
Yeah. Problematic website, man. Like
Yeah.
I haven't logged onto it in like 10 years because I know that it would just be a fucking
It's gonna be even
Never
cooler
tried.
shit now.
Never
Yeah.
tried it. Didn't even know
Don't.
it existed. Okay.
Don't.
Oh, this
That-
is like
It's
full.
it's
these like
appropriately named.
Okay.
yeah. No,
Like
it's
everything that you can think of that would be cool,
Yeah.
or everything that you can't even think of or fathom that would
Oh,
be
no.
cool is
Oh,
there.
like they have like what I think it was like 100. It was like $80,000 for a full diesel powered mech suit. Like
What? I didn't even see that one.
yeah,
that
no,
wasn't at the time when I was
like
looking.
stands like 25 feet tall. Like you sit in this thing like in like the animes, and it walks and it runs on diesel engines.
So wait a second. This is like
Wait, this is
stuff
real?
that's way out of
Yeah.
proportion.
Oh yes
No,
and
no.
There, 'cause
There's
there
like
was
little
like
stuff.
So it's like
there's like
I-
lightsaber chopsticks, which were like now you can get everywhere, but like it was
Okay, so it's not like a Wish where it's like everything's cheap. This is like actually like
Well,
stuff
it,
that you
it,
got.
it
Like,
ranges.
here's my kidney kind of thing.
It ranges. It's like an Amazon sort of site where like anyone can sell on there. So my buddy back in high school bought his girlfriend a little nightlight, and it was a Mario question cube.
Oh,
and
cool.
the only way to turn it on was by punching the bottom of it.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
So every time you want
So
to turn
no
your light
clapper. It's
no,
good.
you have to punch it and
Yeah.
it would go on, and
Oh,
then you
cool.
punched it and it would go off.
Yeah, it's all random stuff.
Interesting.
Like
Yeah.
you'd never find. Like, there was like light up, like I said, light up lightsaber chopsticks,
Yeah.
which are like cheap ones, and then like that was something cool. But then they also had like full size Millennium Falcon playground for your kids,
Oh my
and like
gosh.
what like it ranged from or like a NASCAR bed, but it's like an actual NASCAR sized bed, like, with the roof and everything.
That puts
It-
the little Tykes bed that we used to have like as a kids to shame.
Yeah, exactly. The little Corvette bed sucks
yeah.
compared to that.
we had the blue one. I don't know what it was.
Never had one. I wasn't
No,
cool enough.
no.
Max inherited it.
Oh.
There goes the name. Whatever.
Oh well,
Yeah.
it's your own brother. He can give you shit.
My cousin used to stay over all the time, so I immediately got the bunk bed with the futon couch on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have one of
That
those
was fun.
loft beds with a desk on the bottom.
Oh, that's sick.
That was kind of rad for a while until I'm tall. So
Until you realize how tall you were, and
Yeah.
you had to just go.
then like if I
off
want to
the
go
bed.
sit at my desk, I was doing this whole fucking like aerobics thing. I was just like fucking climbing.
Parkour!
down there.
Parkour!
Yeah, like reverse
if I ever
parkour.
move to Toronto, whatever I can afford to my budget now, it's probably a singular room. So I'm gonna probably invest in one of those.
Oh, Murphy beds.
Yeah.
That's what I want to get.
What's that one?
It's literally it
The one that
looks.
folds from the wall.
Yeah, it looks.
Okay.
It looks like a cupboard, and
Right,
then like,
right.
but like those beds are like $4,000 because they're actually like really nice.
Well, there's some really nice ones that like, and it's probably the same thing you're talking about, but like it folds, like the closet folds out.
Yeah, it
And it's your
depends.
closet, and then the bed comes down.
It all depends. Yeah, it depends how
You
much
can
you
get-
want to spend.
yeah,
you
you can
can
get
either do it
whatever.
that it just comes down like that, or like it opens
What's
up.
that? The Japanese company that's just like specializing in that kind of stuff now, and it's like your kitchen table turns into like a bunk bed in like three moves.
Well, you think about it in Japan, like how many like they're like,
Oh, it's all cubbies and
they're little
tiny stuff.
cubicles, right?
Yeah, there's
basically.
like some pretty sick videos on like YouTube of like how to live in a small space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's like, how did you even think of that? Like, there's this one I saw, I think it's on the documentary for the minimalist. Like, this guy's got this small apartment,
Mhm.
but if he wants like a buddy to stay over, his whole wall of his bedroom is like on tracks.
Hmm.
So he can just slide his wall out like whatever, 8 feet or whatever. And
Yeah.
then there's one of those beds you just talked about that folds out from that wall.
Cool,
So
Now
it
it's
just creates a
two-bedroom.
partitioned bedroom.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
interesting.
So, but it's only a room that's functional, like if you need it to be for a guest. Otherwise,
Right.
you put it all away.
Yeah, and then you have
Yeah.
your space.
Yeah, I saw one the other
Whack.
day. It's like a guy's like chilling in his room. He's got like couches everywhere, and then rolls over to the one couch in his computer chair and just lifts the cushions up, and the whole thing just lifts up. And there's 2 monitors, and then his keyboard raised up on a platform from like underneath the couch.
That's
I
unnecessary.
thought you were gonna say like one of those like couch forts that people go into, and all of a sudden it's like TV,
Oh,
little
like
fridge
the
on the
pan-
little
Like
little
the
fridge
little-
on the
like a little
side.
cave kind of
Yeah.
The panic room couch.
Yeah.
I kind of want to make one of those, just like a little room like under your stairs or something with like a small TV and like the fridge, like you said.
But even that, you watch some of the videos where it's like people actually do it in their couches, and you're like, I can't fit inside there, man.
No.
Like you look at
Not
they're
anymore.
like, it's like no, man.
That's one of those like, hey honey, I'm going to work today, and then
just slide into the
Dip.
couch.
Yeah.
and then you're just not home.
Yeah.
Or you could just move your Xbox to it.
Yeah.
Somebody else's. house, but-
I'll just custom make one at my own house when I live on my own, and then just like
yeah,
not
one-
tell
a
the
couch
girlfriend
that's
about it.
like 9 feet long and like 3 feet tall.
No, like
It's
under the stairs or
inconspicuous.
something, and be like,
Ooh,
oh,
okay.
just the way this house is designed, you can't use that space. Just
Right.
like
It's
hit
just,
the
it's
door.
there's a void, but like it's non-usable.
Yeah, that's where the water pump is. You know?
We have another water pump.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in a wet area.
Get your
The
on
water
top,
table
on
and
top of
stuff.
a hill.
On a lifted house on
Yeah,
stilts.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, super wet.
yeah, it's problematic. It's a season. We're in
Yeah.
the season for it. All 4 seasons. Yes.
Damn floods.
Yeah, it's flood season.
There's a reference I feel like I'm missing here, but it's all right.
I don't know because I was gonna go monsoon season, but I was gonna put it into backcountry from Fear and
Oh, I
Loathing.
was
It
gonna-
doesn't
I was gonna
work.
go into
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
I was going
doesn't
into
work.
Pineapple Express.
Oh.
I thought hurricane season was over.
Oh yeah, so maybe that's what I was thinking. One of those two. I don't remember which one, but yeah. I don't think I'll get away with it.
That's okay.
I'll try.
You can try. Your girlfriend's pretty smart, so
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get it over
Excuse
it.
me.
Plus, she works from home, so she just like hear like, what's that pattering sound?
Richard, I think we have rats.
Yeah. Oh, it's a keyboard. Oh, you're here. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're fucking single now, bud. Like,
Yeah. Are you hiding from me? You don't spend time with me anymore?
you don't go to work. How are we paying the bills? Drugs.
Yeah, drugs and Twitch.
Drugs and Twitch. I've been gaming all day. I'm on a 24-hour stream. Like,
Hey, Twitch paid for my lightsaber, so
fair enough, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, right.
thank you, fans.
Thank you to the fans for losing 40% of your money to give me a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. Good times.
I,
Hey,
you would ask me last year if I would have bought a lightsaber off money I
money?
made playing video games. I'd probably be like, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
fucking idiot.
Here I am, like, I'd be like, no, I'm probably going to be at a bar hanging with my friends. Nope.
yeah,
COVID changed all that.
yeah, and it made you versatile
Sure.
or not. I just put a camera.
Just
on
brought
my,
out the inner kid in him. That's all it
Yeah.
is. It's
I just put a camera on my face while I played video games, and now I make money.
Well, that's all it was when we started it.
Yeah.
Straight up. It was just like, we're doing this anyway. We might as well.
yeah, and you just got to entertain people a little bit.
well, look at him.
Yeah,
he
I
can
know.
talk for hours.
somehow.
Me, no.
Yes.
Yeah, he's definitely got the highest following in our group.
I'd imagine so. Just in the name itself, I think. we had some jokes on the weekend about the name, but like it's up to your.
He said it before.
I know,
on
but
the show,
it's up
so
to. But I always say it's up to the person's imagination to think how it came about.
Tube sock?
I always go for the dirty one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, everyone had a Krusty the cum sock. Maybe not everybody, but definitely everyone made jokes about them.
I definitely made jokes about them, but I definitely
Yeah,
didn't have one.
no.
No, speaking of that, we were talking about Free Guy.
Yeah.
When he's visiting that guy's
Mom,
lair.
do not touch the sock.
You will be in therapy for the rest of your life.
That was one of that whole scene was the best part of that movie.
Oh, that guy made me laugh because it was like it came off as like he was some pro streamer. Because who was his character? Channing
Tatum. That's why.
And it just zooms out. It's this fat guy in a chair. Like, Ma, stop vacuuming. You know I'm playing online or whatever he's saying. Like,
Oh, that happens all the time on my stream though. And so for that moment, I was just like, that's relatable. It's relatable. My family will come in and be like, dinner's ready. I'll be like, okay, I'll be up in 2 hours.
Yeah, really, right?
Yeah, or they're coming in just to tell me like some random thing that's completely irrelevant to anything that's going on.
Yeah.
Pause the mic, take the headphones off. What? Did you know that got a raise or got promoted at TSN today? Like,
Thanks.
thanks.
Yeah.
Nope.
So when we were doing the racing thing last Wednesday for my birthday,
How'd that go?
honestly, I think it went great.
Yeah. Did you win?
I actually
You
did.
did.
I on the last race, I went full fucking like horse blonder focus, and I was like, there is no way. Like,
Crushed it.
if I came second place,
Yeah.
the guy who obviously would have come in first, because there was like me and one other guy, like head to head the whole time.
Okay.
I was like, if I don't win this race and we have to tie and I lose in like the tiebreaker,
Yeah.
I'll like never forgive myself. So I went
Yeah.
full horse blinders.
So were you like? I remember in the last episode you were talking about a guy that you know that does this for like.
Oh, I don't know that guy personally.
Oh, okay. So he was not
No.
around. It
And
was, it was just your Scatterhouse friends then, or other buddies too?
Yeah, the
just
community.
our online friends. Like,
Okay.
like most of the people you know are in real life. Like
Okay.
Myke was one of them.
Yeah,
was in it.
but Myke just does trucking simulators. So
No,
we have a clip
there's
of
a good
like
clip of him freaking out.
freaking
No.
out.
I guess he tried to dirty pass me at one point.
Yeah.
So like racing. So I
Did you
think
pit
he was
maneuver him?
cutting. No, I was ahead of him. I think he
Okay.
was trying to cut my line. I
Okay.
didn't see it because why look back when you're winning?
First rule of Italian driving: what's behind you does not matter.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm making this corner. I'm on like full apex. Like I actually was doing pretty good in this race, and all of a sudden we just hear Myke over his
Yeah.
mic freaking out. Oh my god, I was backwards because of you, and I'm like, yo, you were behind me, bro. It's not my problem.
No.
Yeah, I think in like the Twitch clip, if like, cause me and Christian are in like a little screen in the corner
Yeah.
doing the commentary, we're like, oh, we just passed Myke or whatever on like one screen. And he's like, cause Beta keeps betting me. And we just start dying of laughter, and like I think it was good that we were laughing so hard because Myke was just watch
his
your
mind.
profanities because he was
Yeah.
just going off
Okay,
like
so
the entire time.
On Twitch, is there like profanity laws that you can't swear a lot?
Not
or?
really.
Okay.
Mm.
It's you
But
can
just-
put on your channel like I'm okay with swearing, or
Okay.
this is like an
Yeah,
under 18
so mine,
stream or whatever.
yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
mine, like if you are new to my channel, when you're clicking onto it, there's
Yeah.
like this is an 18 plus stream,
Oh, okay.
and you have to physically click OK.
To like be
That-
okay to
that-
be in there kind of thing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I forget why I went on to this.
I don't know.
Okay, it doesn't matter. About that guy who you brought up, the guy who I know of that does racing.
Yes.
He wouldn't have been in it because he is the GT3 world champ, or sorry, North American champion, not world
okay.
champion.
Yeah,
Okay.
So he's
sure.
like that year he won. I think it was like last year. He was the best like GT3 sim racer in North America.
yeah.
Oh.
So like, yeah, he would have destroyed us.
yeah.
Destroyed.
And he
It would have been
fucked
like
us up.
yeah.
No matter what kind
Even
of
playing with a
racing.
Logitech wheel or Digitech wheel, he'd still fuck you up.
I started following him on Instagram, and he's got like, I don't know if he's got what brand specifically, but like because he won that tournament,
Mhm.
he actually got a full like racing setup as the prize. The full racing seat, full like metal tube frame that has
Yeah.
like the monitor mounts and
That's
everything.
amazing.
Wrap
like
around
worth-
screen. Whatever.
Well, I don't know if he got like the actual like computer
or just
related
the chassis
stuff.
part of it.
Just just the physical structure, including
Right.
the seat and the
Cool.
brackets.
Yeah.
cool.
But like apparently it's like a $5,000 to $6,000
I was
setup.
gonna say depending on
Oh, it's
things, right?
it's actually like they use car frame tubing. Like if
Right.
you were to do
Yeah.
like an actual race car and do like a full custom weld tube frame, that's what it is. So
Yeah.
like,
Insane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
But yeah, no, that race That race went well. Oh, that's where we were. That's how we started the conversation. That's how it went.
Mhm.
But yeah, it went like, I don't know. I think it went well. Like Matt and Christian, he's been on the show before. Like,
Yes.
they were the commentators, and like I didn't know what to expect.
Mhm.
I was just like, "Hey Matt, do you want to stream this?" And
Right.
he's like, "Sure, let's try it." And I was like, "You may want to just get one other guy, do some commentating." We set it up like, I don't know if you've ever used Discord too much, more than just like our car group
Only
thing.
for our car stuff.
So
yeah.
when you get on a call, like Zoom or whatever, you get
Okay.
all everyone's screens there, but you can also share your computer screen.
Okay.
So like they could view each of our driving.
Yeah,
and then
so
each of our
I
faces.
just streamed the call.
Oh,
So we had everyone's face cameras, which everyone put them at an angle so you could see the wheel and the
Yeah,
setup.
see
So it was like
your
a driver's cam essentially.
Yeah.
And then everyone was sharing their game.
Their screen, right?
Yeah. So as
Gotcha.
we were going through, we could do interviews and go to the car cam, and then we could, as the race was going on, we were clicking through everyone's stream, the
yeah,
game stream that they
yeah.
were sharing to us. So,
Right.
so it was like we're actually going through the race.
Yeah.
And then
And now we go to 5th place.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was actually intense. I was like, I actually rewatched it because Twitch saves like your recent streams,
Right.
and I was like, oh, this actually like turned out really well. Like the comments that they were making were like equally as funny as they were like useful. Like at one point, Christian, before like the first race, he started listing off like the stats of each of the cars.
Oh, really?
Like
Yeah.
he was like, oh, this one's got this horsepower, this one's like all-wheel drive, blah blah blah. So like this is like how they'll face off against each other, and I kind of was like overhearing going, oh shit, damn bro, that's
Yeah.
that's fucking real, that's hardcore.
Yeah. And
Then I went to
we
go
had,
watch. Then I was watching F1 the race the other day, and I was like listening to the commentators, and I was like, okay, like it's
Pretty accurate.
oh, it's not. It wasn't like accurate,
Well, not
but it
to,
was
not
like
to that.
it was like believable. So like
And they're off.
watching Matt and Christian do it, I was like, it doesn't look like this is their first time commentating an event.
Right.
Yeah.
So like definitely it's gonna happen again. Plus you had like 20 to 30 viewers like on average.
Yeah, it was probably one of my more popular streams.
Yeah,
I
it
got
was-
rated like a whole bunch of times. Also because we were streaming Forza.
yeah.
So like the Forza community on Twitch is like fairly small, but also kind of big at the same time. So it's like
it's
enough.
niche, so there's
Right.
not a lot of people streaming it, but there's
Mm-hmm.
a community for it. So those people in the community will try and find someone to watch.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and
it-
it worked out really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely
And
looking forward to doing
it was
it again.
a blast. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
And yeah, we were just interviewing everyone, and I don't know, it was good. It was just cracking jokes and trying to do makeshift race commentary. Like, there's definitely rubber on pavement in this one. Look at like, there's a left. He made the left. Like,
it was good. Yeah, we're definitely
Yeah.
gonna do that again because it was just like, I don't know. I enjoyed it. Obviously, it's
yeah,
my
and
favorite
it was
type of
just
game.
me and Christian hanging out, like having a couple of drinks and just
Yeah.
chatting the whole
Cool.
time. So it was good. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
No,
Do you need another one or?
no, but I might actually bust out one of these whiskeys here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to wait until you're done that pipe, but or if you want to go at the same time.
Oh, if I'm having a whiskey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll definitely have it with.
Yeah, plenty of it.
Well, this one's not smoky, so this might actually be cool.
Yeah.
This is this was pretty good. We'll just go strong right away.
Ooh. Okay, let me finish
That way I
off
don't
what I
waste.
got.
Let me wash this out for myself.
And then I I
Did
have
you guys
a-
not bring a cup?
No.
I'm using
okay.
I
my
brought this
Ghostbusters, the Venkman.
So like
got the proto pack.
not the fanciest cups around, but it's good enough.
No,
I
it's
brought
classy.
my car driven over mug.
Nice. That looks brutal.
Yeah, and
It's ergonomic.
I actually have a diffuser in my bedroom, and my nighttime scent is cognac and cigars.
Beautiful.
It's a classy scent.
It's not bad.
Nice, relaxing.
It's not bad at all.
It goes with my whole
Your whole greasy vibe.
not my greasy vibe, the stupid romantic Google Home setting that I have.
Nice. Do you still have it set up for sexy time?
Oh yeah, so that's exactly what it is. Yeah, so I guess I'll explain it. When you walk in my bedroom, if the lights are off, and I did it more just for comic relief. I've probably, if I was to ever use it on someone I was bringing home, and like it'd probably be like a last ditch effort if they
It
weren't.
wouldn't work.
Yeah, no, that's the whole. It'd be the last ditch effort to get a giggle, and then maybe
Sure.
they'd be like, "Okay, you're funny. Like,
Yeah.
I'll come to your bedroom." Whatever.
Wait.
Yeah.
Watch
a
the
really
light show.
Really specific type of girl. You gotta.
Yeah,
get in
it's
the
like
room
last
there.
ditch effort, more for my own like comic
Yeah.
satisfaction. But if I say like, "Hey Google, sexy time,"
Oh shit.
it's gonna activate.
I don't
your
have
phone.
sexy time. I'm good.
Okay, yeah. So you say, "Hey Google, sexy time," and then I have red underglow under my bed that turns on, And then it immediately turns on my TV to the Christmas fireplace with no sound because it plays music after that. So it's just a fireplace with red underglow, and then it plays Pony from Magic Mike.
I don't know the song.
And then it'll also I don't know. It's just Pony.
It's a stripper song.
Yes,
So-
it's a sexy song, and then it also turns on the diffuser, which smells like cognac and cigars.
We're halfway there.
Wow.
We got pipe.
And then and it's more just like, so do you wanna like, just
Hey!
like
It's basically what's that that thing that I can't remember what it's called, but I know you've told me about it before. Also, that girl goes to powder her nose, go to the washroom,
no,
and
the
you
thing
lie in
that's-
bed totally
thing that's-
naked.
thing that's
Oh, the
not,
naked man?
the
No,
thing
the-
that's not kosher in 2021 anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair.
right? Careful.
Yeah.
But it was
sorry.
it was the no, it was the
From,
gag back in college. So pretty much like you took a girl on a date and like you're like trying to get with her or whatever, and it wasn't working. And she happened to leave the room. Like you'd get undressed and get naked and stand in the middle of the room.
Yeah, that's,
I thought it was you'd
that's
lay on
how
the
I
bed.
met,
No.
That's how I met your mother. It's like the textbook, like Naked Man. It works one of the 3 times.
Yeah, and then you stand naked in the middle of the room.
It's not. Well, oh no,
It's in the
no,
bro code.
I have
in
the
the bro
pocket
code.
bro code. I have the small bro
Yeah.
code. It's not in that
Oh,
one.
and then
okay.
when, and
I was
then
gonna
when
say.
she walks back in the room and you're standing there naked, it's
It's like
It's
it's
a-
a very direct way of saying like yes or no. Let's go.
yeah, like we're like there's no other way to creep into
Yeah.
this. If
You're either
conversation's
leaving and I'm
dry
going to bed,
whatever.
or we're getting it on. Like,
Yeah, it's whatever it is. No harm. Like
Harm or
no
foul.
peer pressure into anything. It's just kind of like yes
Yeah.
or no, and then
You like the Zohan?
yeah, pretty much.
I remember I
I
had
don't think that's so kosher like
I
2021
don't
though.
think
I don't
so.
think it worked.
probably not.
No.
I remember I had like a not the sexy time thing on the Google, but I had like a welcome to my crib or something like that.
MTV
Yeah.
cribs.
That's where the
and
magic happens.
and so Mike was like not house sitting, but I think he was checking on my pets or something one weekend. So he did it and snapped it to at the time his girlfriend, and his girlfriend just responded like, "If a guy ever did that, I'd be out of there so fast, nothing would ever happen."
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool.
That's why mine's for comic relief only.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like borderline creepy. Anyways, are you almost ready for this?
Took another mouthful.
Okay.
Unless you want to take a shot.
No, I'm waiting on you, bro.
Well,
And the cubes are chilling, so you can
the cubes are chilling.
grab water, rinse that out if you want, or you don't have to, whatever you want.
Nah, I'm good. Take another mouthful in a minute.
I brought a
Um,
glass.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
That was like, well, my sister also has like a Chrome.
Say here. That's
My
all I
si-
can see with you right now.
My sister's also
Pop
got the
by.
Chromecast in her bedroom.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, I know it's got the high enough HDMI that the Chromecast will turn on her TV through the HDMI ports. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
mine does that too.
Yeah, exactly. So I always just send like creepy YouTube videos to her TV. And on not so much more now because my newborn nephew is in the room there.
Right,
so
right.
like, but like I
don't
used
want
to
to scare
just
the boy.
send like the TV clip from The Grudge or like Salad Fingers or something.
You
just,
can
like, up to her
also
room and, like,
you can
creepy
also
to-
broadcast. So if you like tell your Google to broadcast, then you read out like or you just say what you want it to say.
Mhm.
It'll record what you say and just play it on all the homes.
Yeah.
So like if your mom wanted to, she could be like, broadcast dinner is ready, and then like, you'll be sitting in your bedroom and your Google Home goes off and just says dinner is ready,
Yeah.
Don't have
like
a
in
Google
her
Home.
voice.
Gotcha. I just
Yeah.
have Chromecasts. I don't have Google Home. I'm not that special.
I'm gonna just turn on the fan because it is getting a.
I'm
wee-
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. The window's open. It's just not the air's not actually.
Yeah, there's no movement.
No movement at all.
I know. Once I invested, like, I think my favorite thing about having like the Google Home
It does smell
environment.
very good though.
Thank you. I can't remember which one I chose.
Yeah, but I think my favorite thing about having the Google Home environment at this point is like the laziest thing in the world. But I can get into bed and then ask it to turn off my bedroom lights without
Yeah.
having to get out of bed
Right.
to like
I get it.
turn the lights off.
That's why I turn my lights off and I have.
And it's
another
like
one.
No, I have the whole good night routine. So like it'll
Yeah.
literally turn off all the lights, tell me like what the weather's gonna be in the morning, and then ask what time my alarm should be set.
yeah.
You know, I still sleep in,
I
but
don't know. I don't know if I want to call you smart or nerd.
well, if I was smart,
Or
Or
like-
mine does this. I have a good morning one, and it just turns on all the lights, music, TV, and everything full volume, so I can't.
yeah, but don't
sleep
you have an
at
analog clock now to make sure because you usually before?
Oh
you,
yeah, because I half asleep, like, hey Google, turn everything off, and it just immediately shuts everything back off again, and I go back to sleep.
shit, we gotta stop saying, you know, the phrase.
The G word.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
with the hey in front of it.
Hey G.
Oh, your phone's going off?
Yeah, it's like I don't think it'll do anything because I'm here. But I remember like one time I went home and all my lights were on, and I was like, "That's fucking weird." And I was like, "Oh, I was telling someone about it." It's like my mom could just be at home and all of a sudden, like Spinal Tap is blasting on the TV.
Is it your whole house that's wired up?
No. We have we just have a Google Home in the kitchen, and my mom's got one in her room. So when she's she can listen to the radio or change when she's changing in the morning and getting ready.
Yep.
And then there's one. Then the basement has a couple things. My room has most of it. Like my room's got the lights and the TV.
I've slowly done my whole basement.
And in the rest of the basement, and like the main living room in the basement, all we have is a Chromecast and the Google Home. Like that's it. But if it was up to me, like we'd have fucking like everything. Mm-hmm. I would have a manual override on everything because even in my bedroom, I still have the light switch, like the what do you call it, the Philips Hue like button light switch.
Okay.
So it's just got an on off and then dimmer.
Yeah.
Like, because if you use a real light switch and turn it off, then you can't control it with Google. So, anyways, I'd still have a manual override on everything.
Over my head.
Yeah, well, if you turn the power off, they're not going to work.
Yeah, I get it.
Simple.
Yeah, because it's connected to the light bulb, not the switch.
Yeah.
So you have to have power to the light bulb, and then the light bulb has a micro switch in it that you can control with the Google.
It's a Wi-Fi switch, so it connects to your
so it's not actually on the switch itself. It's on the.
I had in my bedroom. I have switches because my lights aren't smart lights, so I have smart switches, which are still manual switches, but they operate.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So on mine, so when you get depending on the light brand, you get like the Philips Hue have like a hub that plugs directly into your like home router.
Oh wow.
So like all the lights connect to that. So even if there's like a power failure or there's no internet, if you're connected to your Wi-Fi like through your phone, even if you don't have internet, you can still like control them and shit.
Yeah,
it's kind of neat stuff.
The switches themselves are annoying because you have to run a second 120 to the switch.
I just have the one that
to
sticks on the wall.
constantly power the Wi-Fi receiver in the switch.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just have the one that sticks on the wall. It's like literally a peel and stick, and just has a battery, like a watch battery, so it lasts forever.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways, how much you got left in there? We are at a point where we can't jump to the news.
That was excessive. I'm sorry.
Who wants to say it?
I said it like last couple times. You want to say it?
Oh, do I? Oh, that's right. Because we don't actually do the breaking news.
No, that's not actually like live.
Damn it! Because I wanted to do like a little dance. It's fine. Okay.
Well, there's gonna be a video over it, so no one like there's a little like newscast like overlay kind of thing.
No. Okay.
I mean, maybe maybe in the future I'll actually like it's really
we could
hard.
Just harmonize it between the three of us. If we go 1, 2, 3.
I was just gonna go.
Oh,
El News.
Go for it. I'll let you guys control it.
Breaking news. El News.
News.
We don't have the water droplet that Myke does.
I can't do it.
Yeah, it's just like that. Oh, that was actually not bad. So I'm just gonna pour these. I think Remi, you actually prepared all the news this week.
Oh, we're going for all that stuff. Is gonna be news.
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
You take your pick, man. So in the absence of Myke, Matt did the birthdays. Remi's got some news options.
I got so much stuff.
And I got the days in history, which I think is going to be like, I don't know, for the days in history, it's going to be lower quality than what Myke does, because I'll admit he's actually pretty good at that. Well, but, we got some shit.
And then also a thing about a boat.
I'm on a boat.
All right, that's a lot. I'm definitely not going to have another one.
Okay. give me a tiny, please.
Give you a
on a boat.
As we know,
people
know that are listening now that Facebook and Instagram went out on Monday for 6 hours, costing.
Was it 6 hours or more?
Well, that's what the news said. 6 hours.
I think it was like a total
worldwide 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
So, and for those 6 hours, Zuckerberg, now aka Zuckerberg, lost $1 billion an hour. So he lost $6 billion. So he went from 124 to now 118. He's no longer the 5th richest person in the world.
That's
Wait,
nuts.
he was the 5th?
Apparently, he was like the 5th richest person.
What is it, Bezos, like Branson or something?
I'm pretty sure it's Elon and Bezos. No?
It's Elon and Bezos.
Who's the top 5?
I think it's Elon. Elon like crushed Bezos like towards the end of the last year.
Okay.
Like
so those two are top.
Since Bezos stepped down,
and then who's third and fourth?
Yeah.
Is like Richard Branson up there?
I think so.
Because I don't think Bill Gates is up there anymore.
Bill
Gates is still is richer than Zuckerberg. right now.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
but what Elon, like, because it was Bezos, then Elon last year, what Elon made over Bezos to put him number one was what Gates made in his entire lifetime.
Jesus. So
It
he's got to
was-
be like 300 billion or something?
He went from like 97 to like 197. Like he made like 100 billion like in the course of the year or something like that.
That's like next level.
And the crazy thing about
cheers,
the
lads.
cheers.
Cheers.
Woo. Nice.
Very nice.
And the crazy thing about this is because like they were saying it was to do with them trying to reroute a new internet through it, that it crashed all their
Right,
servers.
the DNS something.
Something.
I
Whatever
don't know
it
the
was.
terms.
I don't know. I'm not smart.
Neither am I.
But so apparently only 3 technicians in Santa Clara, like in Silicon Valley, knew what to do, and they had to reset every single server by hand.
That
I
seems
thought
suspicious.
That's what-
I heard
the
it
news.
was.
That's
I
what-
heard it was a cover up because they were getting in shit for not removing hate speech forums or something like that, right?
And that's what my brother was saying. He goes, it could be a cover up because someone started like whistleblowing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
it
That
saying
was
was
all
that
the
they were
election stuff and
and
all
they
that.
were-
that
yeah.
and COVID stuff too, that they weren't doing like the filtering anymore.
Yeah, there's no filtering. There's a bunch of hate speech groups that they just said they removed, but actually didn't, or something like that. And like, I don't know
Yeah,
what.
'cause-
I don't know if anyone's checked up on it, but like, once it's back up, are they still there?
Yeah, because Project Veritas was kind of bragging about how like, oh look, Facebook is not putting the notice on our videos anymore. That's really weird.
Right.
Yeah,
And they're like the conspiracy sort of guys. They're like the new age like Infowars, like Alex Jones, but
right.
like actually somewhat credible.
New Age Anonymous.
Yeah, well,
Kind of.
Anonymous was actually credible too, I think, right? Or were they just crazy?
They're-
Mike will tell you they're credible. Because Mike 100%.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but they're
Can you
like,
actually grab me one of those cubes? This is actually a bit more.
Drinking it neat is nice though, Richard. Come on.
I know it's
Actually,
a
no,
little bit,
but still, with a
Um,
cube, it's chilled to neat because there's no actual water.
this is
going
just a
into it.
little bit too manly for me.
That's why you gotta have a pipe and
Yeah,
you gotta
sure.
have a pipe.
Okay, Mr. Man.
Put on a monocle while you're at
Yeah,
it.
right.
Let's
Where's
go.
your mustache though, with the curls at the end?
it's coming next
coming.
month.
He's coming.
Yeah, I decided that I'm just gonna go starting now,
Yeah,
and we're gonna let whatever happens happen.
mine
is
was just a test run to see what progress
Well,
I could get.
Mine
And then I was
is
pretty happy
mine.
with
It's
it.
growing for Halloween first off, and then it's just gonna carry into
Why, what do you mean
November.
for
Oh
Halloween?
no spoilers.
Oh, okay.
We can
I
do.
told you.
We
on-
can
on
just
the
do a
weekend.
Halloween episode and just come here in our
I
costumes.
know you don't remember.
Don't remember.
Well, never. I'll do the spoiler anyways. Screw it.
Okay, whatever you want.
So I'm gonna be Air Marshal John from Bridesmaids, and my girlfriend is gonna be Megan. So the
I haven't seen that movie and like
He's
since it
gonna
came
know
out.
when
Mel-
she's on the
Melissa
airplane and
McCarthy.
she
Like
throws
she has
her
like the
leg
neck
up on-
pillow and like the
Okay,
like.
hold on. I'm gonna look
Oh,
this up.
look it up! It's
Sorry,
freaking
what's
hilarious.
it? What's his?
So
who is it?
Air Marshal John from
Air
Bridesmaids,
Marshal John.
and it's actually her husband in real life.
Real life.
He's
So-
a director.
If the main scene I remember is just when she
Oh,
when she
Hold on.
throws her leg up on the door frame. She's like, "Look at that! What do you think of that?"
oh, I got a fucking
And he's
ad.
about it too.
Yeah.
Wait, the guy with like the white hat.
He plays it off
no,
so
that's
well.
her.
There's no at the end of the movie. Yeah.
Oh wait, your girlfriend's gonna dress as
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be this
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be great.
That's such a specific costume.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time,
Like everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck are
no,
you?"
that's the thing. Now I'm gonna.
Can she put her leg up that
I'm
high
gonna-
though? That's the
I
question.
don't know. She's gonna have to start stretching.
Okay.
I said I wouldn't should talk her that much. No, but see, I'm gonna throw some shade on you right now. Other people are gonna know this, Richard, but you, for some reason, don't know fuck all about movies.
I know.
My mom gets so fucking like doesn't get she gets rattled. How does he not know who that is?
Okay.
Like how? And
So-
like a perfect example. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna.
There's
keep,
a
I'm
new
gonna
one
keep talking.
today.
One second. I'm just gonna keep going on. When
Shut up.
we went for your birthday, you didn't know who the fuck Tilda Swinton was.
Yeah, I still don't remember who that.
Oh
was.
my god.
He did not know what the Oscar Mayer Wiener song or Mobile was today.
No, I knew. No, shut up. I knew the car.
What?
I didn't know the song.
The Oscar Mayer
I
Wiener.
wish I was an
Oscar
Oscar
Mayer.
Minor Wiener.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I didn't.
I know
that.
we're not American, but come on, man. Like
Yeah,
that's
so.
Well, then
I
my
don't-
coworker was like,
that's
"It's
nostalgic.
Canadian. It's in Canada." I'm
No,
like, "Are
it's-
you
it-
sure
it
it's
is
in Canada?" 'Cause
It
I've
is
never fucking
American.
seen hot dogs that are the size of like a fucking.
no, it's American, but still.
I'm not gonna say what I was about to say.
The amount of times
Mhm.
we're at work, he doesn't understand a reference and then goes to like chirp me for knowing, like I know a lot of obscure references, and like some people don't always respond to them.
Fine.
But the chirps he's sending my way for generic movie references that like 3/4 to maybe like 7/8 of the population are gonna understand.
Right.
Like example?
Oh, now I'm trying to think of one.
Wait, that I make? You mean like the niche
No,
ones I make, or like when I make fun of you for making like niche ones?
The one. No, just when I make like a generic one and you just don't understand what it is.
Oh,
and,
like something everyone should know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of movies.
Unbelievable.
And then the other issue is like when I do watch a movie, like, you know, I know like the basic Anchorman ones, but if you give me like an obscure Anchorman one, it's like, yo, I haven't seen that movie in like literally like 12 years. So like I'm not gonna know it. Like the amount of Step Brothers references that I go over my head because I haven't seen it since it came out.
That's okay. I sometimes trip up on those.
It's
then
like
I'll have to get reminded.
I know
for
the
it.
drum one with the cops reference, and I was like, that's about it.
No, my favorite one is when the brothers like they're there and like the real estate brothers bringing up the one family, and all of a sudden they're dressed in like Nazi uniforms. Hey, Derek, Sprecken's a dick.
Yeah, Sprecken's
See, I don't remember that at all. I don't remember it.
I always just remember the, hey Derek, you know what helps a hurt shoulder? Licking my butthole. And I probably like say that one to way too many people. Like someone hurts themselves at work. Like, you know what helps with that? It's almost as bad as that. Like, have you checked your butthole song? By that one. Have you seen? Have you heard that song? There's a guy on TikTok. We don't have TikTok. He's a very.
It's okay. My brother and my girlfriend do. I get sent a lot of shit.
We do have to circle back.
We are going to circle back to news.
We're on the news.
Yeah, we're on the news.
I'm going to go back now.
So,
Star Trek's Captain Kirk is rocketing into space at the age of 90 for real. So, William Shatner.
There's something on the wing.
There's something in space.
He's actually going to do it.
He is.
He's actually
He's
going to
ride.
space.
He's going to blue. He's going to ride Blue Origin. Yep.
That's dope.
With
That's
another,
wholesome.
with a previous NASA engineer, and then another. What does it say here? I think it's just another person.
Is he gonna bring like Leonard Nimoy's ashes with him or something?
Better
well, see, that's the thing now. He's
like a medallion.
He's the first sci-fi
actor
living to go to Earth, go out of Earth because
go to Earth.
They're all aliens.
No, because I was looking into that article, and there's actually.
You mean that's still alive today?
Yes,
or
because
ever?
Because I was reading into the article, and it said, what's his name? James Doohan. He's a Canadian-born actor, the guy who played Scotty in the original show. His ashes got shot into space.
Oh, okay. That's a flex.
Yeah.
Fuck you, William Shatner. I'm going before you.
And he actually went in a SpaceX rocket in 2012.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah,
that's actually super dope.
One.
So that's good. Like,
Canadian
man, that's really cool because I was actually just starting to watch. What's the first Star Trek of the remakes? Is it Into Darkness or is that the second one?
That's
the second one.
That's the second. That might be the third one.
There is no third one.
Honestly, I haven't watched any.
There's only two.
Yeah, because they put the first two movies in the first one.
Oh, did
like
they?
The Wrath of Khan is in the first one. Because it was Wrath of Khan 3.
No, wait, of the new ones?
Of the old ones. Because it's the same story.
Yeah.
But like, okay, I want to say spoiler alert, but fuck you for not knowing this.
Okay, that's like, I haven't watched them. Like,
okay, well,
okay.
I mean, it's don't like worry. If you don't know this, that's like it's not knowing the first Star Wars
the one
movies.
where they go to Earth to save the whales. Is that the third one?
That's like the sixth one.
Is that I
don't know.
Yeah. That's after Spock is reborn.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like the fifth or sixth one.
Oh, okay.
So the third original movie is when Spock dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inside of like the radioactive chamber. But the remakes, they put Kirk inside the radioactive chamber, which doesn't make any fucking sense. But so he ends up dying. So I think the Wrath of Khan is the one before that, which is number 2.
Yeah.
So they put the first 2 movies of the originals into the first movie of the remake.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to double check that because
I actually just started. Now, who's your favorite captain, Kirk or Picard?
I don't know.
Oh,
man.
Picard.
I never watched
with the flute.
I never.
Oh yeah.
I never watched.
Oh yeah.
I never watched the shows.
I didn't either. I'm just saying it.
Oh, Picard's got a flute, and
Patrick
it's
Stewart?
sexy.
I never watched the shows. I only ever watched the original movies.
Okay.
But I did watch all of them.
If
like
you want to
years
get
ago
into,
when they were on Netflix.
I was listening to Star Wars Theory today, and he had the guy that did the Star Trek 20th anniversary video game. And it was the first video game to actually use the original voice actors from the shows in game.
That's kind of cool.
And it was one of the first video games to have voice acting in it.
That's cool.
And it was Star Trek 25th anniversary or something like that. It came out like late 80s, early 90s.
Wow,
I
that
want to
long
say.
ago.
Yeah, and then they had like the original cast reprising their roles in game.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
That's big.
Now, big news.
Big news?
Big food news. Double Down is back.
What?
The Double Down, KFC Double Down is back,
Ooh,
baby.
That chicken.
Mind you,
sandwich.
I don't eat KFC because it gives me really bad heartburn. But like,
I thought that was going somewhere else.
no, honestly,
Shits.
I thought
no,
that
it
was
doesn't.
going to
That too.
I thought
I'm
it was
not
going
gonna
to
lie.
Mike's favorite body part.
Oh,
Yeah.
I won't lie. It does give me a cleanse, but
That's
Hey,
so carefully worded.
hey, man, I had Popeyes on the weekend, and like that shit flexes. Like no reaction,
Flexes.
no reaction. It's bussin', man, bussin'.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. I'm just using references I've heard on like prison cooking videos.
Prison cooking.
Who are you?
Hey,
You
man,
got multiple personalities with cyanide and prison cooking
the
videos.
wormhole of the
knows how
internet.
to-
Sometimes it just like even
The
on
wormhole.
even
Guy
on
doesn't have
Facebook.
TikTok. Goes to
No,
the
but
wormhole
like
of the
you
internet.
you either go on like Facebook videos and you just keep scrolling and all of a sudden it just shows you random shit.
Like,
or
are these guys making rum in like prison toilets?
oh no, like it's you see the guys with like Cheeto packets and like this and that, and they'll make random stuff. Like the one guy makes cheesecake out of like graham crackers, Sprite, cream cheese, and then they put it, and then they put it somewhere cool and they use it back, and then it's I don't know, and like
Okay.
burritos and shit they make, and like it's like in their cell they can
That
make some
sounds
weird shit.
Like
It's
haggard as fuck.
I watched it. I was like kind of like I was cringing watching it, but I was like, this is actually pretty interesting to see how people do stuff.
So send me the links. I got some YouTube videos to make, and we're gonna go for
We're
it.
gonna try this cheesecake.
But no, yeah, double down for your reference, Richard. It's two like chicken tenders. That's the buns.
Now you're putting your hands like fucking half a
like
foot
this.
apart.
No, I'm using it as a reference. Like that's the
Yeah,
chicken.
two chickens.
Those are the buns.
No
Those are
chicken
buns.
But
tenders. or the buns,
but in the middle, there's bacon, cheese, and some other like mayo sauce that they
When
make.
did this start?
Oh, years ago.
No, I mean like you said it was back in the. menu.
I just heard it on the radio
It's back.
last week that it's coming back to Canada.
So what are we doing here?
Well, now this is what I wanted to segue into, but we're going to stay on the news. What fast food item do you want to have brought back?
Brought back.
McPizza. I'm going right there.
McPizza?
I'm
But you
going
can
right
still
there.
get it.
Not in
There's-
Canada.
Not in Canada, but the closest one's in Ohio. That's not that far away.
No, it's true.
No, but like I still remember going to Newmarket with my mom,
Said never had it.
going to the Mickey D's and getting a little McPizza for myself.
I have a soft one. I have like a really bitch one because I don't have like it's until my adult life that I really started getting a fast food. My parents were really like against it unless we were like going to the cottage and it
Okay.
was always Wendy's.
Oh,
But Wendy's took off their menu a while back. Like you get the smaller burgers like the McDouble at McDonald's with
like
just
junior
a
bacon,
cheeseburger.
junior bacon cheeseburger.
So they got rid of like I forget which one it was, but it was my preferred one. It was like some form of the junior bacon cheeseburger. So now it's just like the junior cheeseburger. They don't have, so you have to get like a different one or
There's no
advanced-
JBC.
It's like an advanced menu, so they've changed the prices.
It's probably a COVID menu.
So
Not
like
gonna lie.
I don't know, I don't remember exactly which one it was, but it was like a variation of the junior bacon cheeseburger, and it's not on the menu anymore, and it's kind of disappointing because like you got
Those things are fire.
baconator combo,
Yes.
and you get like one of those on the side.
Oh yeah.
Dope.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's my order.
I know. I don't really have a specific item. I just want more Arby's. I want more roast beef sandwich places
Man,
around.
When I was working in Alberta,
The-
that was
the curly fries?
great-
Never had it.
Duh.
Never
Well,
been to Arby's
if,
in my
like,
life.
Belleville. I think it was in
Arby's,
Belleville.
depending on the location and how much the employees care,
Yeah.
the roast beef sandwiches with melted cheddar cheese on them can
Roast
vary
beef-
from amazing to the
roast beef
greasiest
melt,
thing you've
yeah.
ever eaten in
Oh,
your
yeah.
life,
Sure.
right? So
And you got the
depending,
onion bun too.
yeah, an onion bun, like the buns were fire,
Oh.
and it was just shaved roast beef with
Yeah.
like cheddar cheese on it. Was
Or-
their base sandwich?
Or Velveeta cheese, like it literally like pour on the cheese. Like
Yeah. So like it's
Okay.
it
that
sounds disgusting, but Richard, it's
Hold on.
it's so good.
How hard would it be to feed one of these to Mike?
Oh no, it'd be hard.
Yeah.
You couldn't give him one with the cheese on.
And
Mind
then-
you,
You could. You
we
can.
could. You strap them down. We just get them like
and they had
this.
horseradish sauce. They called horsey sauce.
Yes. Oh,
Um,
for the fries
There's not too many of them around. There's just a couple in Canada. I think there's like one out in Guelph or something like that.
in Ontario, West Coast, tons.
Yeah.
Really?
But
Oh yeah.
I guess
the
it's a
piece
West
Still,
Coast thing.
they have
piece-
Olive Garden out there, man.
the piece de resistance.
I don't think I've ever
for
been to one of
Arby's.
those either.
No, they got
But
what back.
the signature thing about Arby's
Yes.
is the curly fries.
Oh yeah.
They're just spiral fries that are seasoned with.
It's some sort of seasoning.
It's so good.
It's so, yeah.
I will.
Do they just use like one of those like apple spiral things to make them?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. They're perfectly square and spiral at the same time.
I think they're.
Oh, they're like twisted.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They could be like a processed fry. I don't know.
Either way, it's good.
They're delicious.
It's all good.
They're like they almost taste like a
Yeah.
Cavendish, you know, like that. There's like a nice crispy crunch on it.
Unless
But
they
it-
do a lot of waste of
But then it's like,
potatoes and they like cut them into bigger squares and then they put them through a thing that spins them.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Not
It's
special.
Either way,
delicious.
It's good. I just want more Arby's around.
bring them back.
Bring 'em
Arby's,
back.
come
My-
back.
Come on, Ontario.
So I have a couple fast food things. Like I was saying, I haven't like it wasn't until my adult life that I really like had like I shouldn't say adult life. That's not the right term, but I guess the age where you have like your own money, your own wallet, your own job is when I started going like
Young
fast food
adult.
places, like young adult.
You mean high school?
Like pretty much. Like it was high school, but like when you're going to the movies and shit with your friends, because that's where like the fast food places was. Plus, we lived in a pretty sheltered area. With the most fast food we've ever had up until recent years was like
Tim Hortons.
well, not
Mr.
even
Sub.
No, I
Subway.
was gonna say Mr. Sub and Subway.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're right.
And
Yeah,
I am
unless you have
I
your
am
driver's
s-
license, you're like.
I am scarred for life for Mr. Sub.
Why?
One
love
time
Sub
I went
personally.
there, and I don't want to claim food poisoning because I don't think it was that bad, but it was pretty close,
Mhm.
and it just set me off. I was like,
Really?
nope, no more.
Really?
Well, and I think like me slightly more than you guys. Well, maybe you too. Like we're already in a sheltered place. Like if you lived within town, you could already
Yeah,
have
both of you
could
guys-
already have
Yeah.
a job. Where like I physically could barely even get part-time work
Mhm.
unless because both my parents are working and stuff.
Yeah,
So like unless I had my own driver's license, I
Yeah.
couldn't even get a part-time job because
Right.
like. Well, I probably could have in town, but like for me to ride my bike is like an hour bike ride roughly.
Oh yeah, back when you were kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
in town.
and then for you, it's too dangerous.
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah,
on the
and
highway.
my family was just like, yeah, no, you're
Yep.
just gonna like I went to work with my dad and like
Yep.
did odd jobs and whatever for money, but
Mhm.
like there was no like a lot of my friends that were in town already had jobs and were doing whatever they want. I'm like, well, I can't
Physically
literally,
can't do
yeah,
it.
I can't do it.
So like what I was gonna say is that recently, I would say probably within the past year and a half
Yeah.
or 2 years, you introduced me to Firehouse Subs.
Oh, I love it.
And listen, I
the
was-
Reuben's back.
I was on my way home
No
from
news.
Newmarket. I was at Canada Computers the other day.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you know where Canada Computers is in Newmarket, but it's close to the 404. So it's all the way
Okay.
on the east
National
side.
sports.
So
Okay.
the faster way to get home, yeah,
Yep.
it's just south of whatchamacallit, it's the Princess Auto.
Oh,
So the
yeah,
faster
on
way
Leslie
to get
there, yeah.
home is to go Green Lane.
Yep.
Not
Don't go on Davis for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't know what I want to eat for lunch. Maybe I'll wait till I get home. And as soon as I came out, I was like, oh, fuck me. I'm getting a fucking brisket.
I have to go
I'm
exactly
getting
with
a
you.
cheese,
Beef cheddar
a
brisket.
beef cheddar brisket.
A couple weeks ago, I had to go down to Markham for like working at Heights training. So I think to myself, you know, I'm in Markham. I'm gonna go get some like bomb ass noodles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to be racist, but like I
That's
want.
not racist. Markham is mainly an Asian community.
But
so
like
there's gonna be
I
a
wanted
good,
I
authentic
wanted
food
noodles.
there.
But I'm like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I started looking like I don't. You know what? I actually want to get out of here because like I need to get
Sure.
I need to get out
Get
to
out
the
of the
traffic
city.
and all that stuff. As I'm driving at the 404, I'm going, okay, what can I go? What can I go? Like, do I go through Aurora? But I'm like, you know what? Green Lane. I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I know where I'm going.
It's
And then all of a
problematic.
sudden it's like,
So
Firehouse Sub.
when Matt first showed me what Firehouse was, we were actually doing a delivery for work
Okay.
In
out in London, Ontario.
I've been to that one.
Yeah, so
I've been to that one.
We not. I don't know if I don't want to say we because I might be speaking for myself here, but I was like, okay, this is the only Firehouse Subs in the world. There is no other Firehouse Subs
They-
anywhere else in the
It's
world.
bloomed within like the last year and a half. Like there wasn't
No.
many.
I don't
They've
I don't
definitely
mean
picked up.
literally.
Yeah.
I don't mean literally.
Yeah.
I mean for the sake of my own health.
Oh no, for you, it was like
I was like,
I don't want to know anywhere else.
yeah. I was like, I'm not even googling their name.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to know where they are.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah, that's
one,
all I did. I just made it a special thing
Yeah.
every time I was going out to
And
London.
then I forget what happened. I went to the movies or something because the movies is right across the street, and I was like, "That's a Firehouse logo."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So now it's like if I'm on the north end of Newmarket, fuck me up. I'm getting a
I
fucking.
guess
if I ever
maybe
want to
like
give
cheddar
my, if
brisket.
I ever want to bring a smile to my dad's face, all I have to say is Firehouse. The man goes ear to ear grinning.
It's not even subs anymore. It's just a
It's
good
just a
sandwich.
good-
Oh no,
Good
because like we
fucking
were
sandwich.
we were working out in London. And we were staying over, and he goes, "Oh, what do you want for dinner tonight?" I'm like, "Well, have you ever tried Firehouse Sub?" He goes, "No." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna take you." I'm gonna take you.
And
there.
this
We're
was
gonna go
like
try this.
That
pre-COVID
was
when
a
they
hard
actually
shit.
had like all the hot sauces like that were ready to go on the rack.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
they
said because
had-
no, I've never actually
Yeah,
had the
they
hot
had
sauces.
like
I
they
just
were
go
all
for the peppers.
numbered on like levels of hotness. Or
Right.
whatever.
So like even but like I think I said in the last podcast I was on, like they had number 10, which is the hottest, but
Right.
that could range from
Yeah, you're saying it's
like-
consumer hot or like hot.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
no
yeah.
like you kind of
like
had
is
to, like,
it white boy hot or is it like Italian hot or whatever?
yeah.
Caribbean hot.
Caribbean
Yeah,
hot,
there's
like Indian
something
hot.
going on there. And then also I'll shout out this while we're on place of good sandwiches. I think I've taken both of you there, but Southeast Sandwiches at Weston and Rutherford.
Yes,
Have
the
I don't think
Vietnamese
you've taken me
place.
there.
Yeah.
It's a fusion place. It's
yeah,
delicious.
I think we went over there maybe once or twice, but like it's
Southeast sandwiches.
yeah, and they
Yeah.
have like it's you pretty much walk in. It's like
Like a
choose your
banh mi.
choose your bun, choose your whatever you're putting in it, and then it's like a
Yeah.
build your own sandwich after that.
delicious.
We might have
Yeah.
to go back to
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
oh,
'cause
yeah.
I don't
super
remember
good,
it.
super good.
Super
They do
fresh, super delicious.
do everything from like if you're a vegetarian, they have like jackfruit, but they'll do like pork belly and like
Yeah.
all these different styles of
Yeah,
meat.
yeah.
I will say, like going
And they
over-
do the sriracha fries, if that might jog your memory.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't remember I don't remember what I ordered though, but
Yeah.
I do remember that.
The sriracha fries are
Yeah,
bomb.
I
Sriracha
will. I
powder.
will say we got to get back to the news.
I was
but
going back. Don't worry.
I will say it's kind of cool doing these because Matt and I don't always work directly together, so
Yeah.
we have like two separate jobs just under the same ownership technically.
Yep.
So sometimes I'll go and help him, but almost every single time ever since I started working there, he's always picked good places for lunch. Like I don't even like care. Like, oh,
That, I
where do you
have
want
to
to go
say-
for lunch? And I'll be like, I don't know, man. You fucking tell me.
That I have to say is a trait of his father's.
Yeah.
Is it?
Always
Oh,
knew
yeah,
where to
yeah.
go eat
Oh,
somewhere
yeah,
good.
Oh, yeah?
Oh man.
There's a fella in town too. I won't say his name, but he's a friend of ours, uncle,
Yeah.
truck driver.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
oh,
about.
I know
right?
what you're talking about.
And dude,
He's
I-
known as Uncle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember talking to him one time about some fucking off the beaten path, like random town that we went to for some random like family event or whatever. I don't even remember the name of the town.
Yep.
And he's a trucker, so he does get around like
Oh, yeah.
to different places.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, have you tried like XX restaurant?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Oh, well, it's just down the street
You're
from where
back
you
in the
were.
area,
If
go
you're back in
there."
the area, go there. They have the greatest, something whatever." And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, "How the fuck do you know?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I just go to
Oh
different
no,
places all the time."
He's
like,
a great guy to talk to
it's
for
all
that
in
stuff.
his head. And
Yeah.
like I remember
He
meeting
knows
him.
so much stuff.
I remember I've always met him at the bar. So I'll be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this, and it might sound bad, but I thought of him as just like some guy who's at the bar every night getting drunk and like, wasting his check. But like,
Nope.
then I met him like outside of the bar.
Oh
and
yeah.
he's like
Stand up.
normal,
man.
great guy, and he's like good to have a conversation with. But
Oh,
he's
yeah.
got like this whole repertoire of like where to eat in Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you tell him a town, he's like, go here, get
Mhm.
this. I'm like, oh fuck, okay.
Yeah, because if you're just an acquaintance of the family and like you've only known him from the bar scene, it's kind of the image
Yeah.
you
I've,
get.
known,
but
I've
then,
known him from hockey.
yeah,
and
once
everything else like that.
you get like even a little taste of the rest of him, well, that's
Yeah.
maybe a weird sentence to say.
No,
but-
no, I know.
Yeah,
We'll get a
yeah,
feel
it is
for
a weird
Get a-
sentence.
yeah,
weird,
get a-
weird
yeah.
phrasing, but
phrasing.
no, I get
Phrasing.
it. Yeah, it took me by surprise because I remember like being like, oh yeah, we went there. It's like, oh, you should try this place next.
and
week.
it's
I'm like,
amazing. And
fuck.
like,
Yeah,
how do
yeah.
you know this?
well, on any topic too, just have a conversation with him.
Oh,
It's
you want to spend waste 40 minutes talking to somebody? There you go.
yeah,
well,
it's,
actually, you
always
remember,
a good convo.
Oh,
Remember the,
yeah.
Remember the skids that we have in my back
And
of the
that's
stage?
and that's the first thing
I
that
was gonna say,
when you
he's the one
said
that
him.
gave us those.
That's the first thing I remember was talking
Great
about the skids.
guy.
Great guy.
Great guy.
Yeah,
Great guy.
Anyways, let's get back to the.
Okay, I
news.
got two more things.
two more things.
One
Wait.
is music related.
okay.
David Lee Roth,
David Lee Roth.
frontman from Van Halen.
Yeah.
Diamond Dave. 5 more shows left, and the guy's retiring. He finally realized, you know what? I got to give it quits.
How old is he? Like,
I'll search it right now.
I don't want to guess wrong, but is he
He
in
is
his 70s yet?
either 69 or 70. He's there
Like
because
right there.
he's in the cusp of that.
that's a lot of energy.
David- And the thing is, he
For-
brings energy because.
But is it still Van Halen?
No, just him performing by himself because he has a residency right now in Vegas.
So what's he performing like? His
He's
own
actually no,
tunes?
he's only 66. He's performing all Van Halen stuff.
Oh, okay.
Plus, after Van Halen, he did have like a solo career.
right, yeah, I
when-
remember
when he
that.
left.
I don't know the songs, but I remember that.
Oh, like
happening.
a lot of them. Some of them were even covers, like "California Girls" by the Beach Boys. He did a whole
Oh, yeah.
cover of that.
that's awesome.
That seems so random.
Yeah, but
I've-
no, he 5 more shows for Diamond Dave.
Yeah,
And the last thing I have
Probably
is
expensive tickets.
I don't know, honestly. Vegas. When I went to Vegas,
Is it all within Vegas, or is
he
it
has a
gonna be
residency. It's probably at Caesars or something. They'll most artists
Over?
they
Oh,
have
I see. Okay.
because like when I went to Vegas when I turned 21, Bruno Mars had a residency at actually the Monte Carlo where I was staying, and the tickets weren't that expensive.
When you say a residency, like how frequent
Residency
is that?
was
How,
it's
like,
so
how many,
it's
is it monthly or
it could be that they're there for a month and they do like 10 shows.
like short term,
or they're there for the year. Like some people are there for the year
Yeah,
and
I
they
think
do
Celine Dion had one for a couple years.
My
and,
dad
like,
actually
multiple
went
times
to
a
the
week.
when he went down for
Okay.
went to Vegas for a convention. One of our supervisors, she's really into Shania Twain, and
Okay.
Shania Twain had a residency at Caesars for the summer, so they
Okay.
ended up going
Yeah.
to see a show there. So it all depends. Like Celine Dion usually has a residency down there, but yeah.
Yeah,
That's
So
pretty cool.
with David Lee Roth, he has a residency. I don't know where it is, but yeah. So if you've listened to
Oh.
like his final performances, the man's trying hard.
I better tell that to my
And-
drummer's dad because he's like probably the biggest Van Halen
Yeah.
fan I've ever
Yeah.
met in my life. Dude's like so
I know who you're talking
I-
about.
the custom guitar kits, like he's
Yeah.
built like 2 of them Van Halen sets in his
Oh, no
basement.
way.
There's like statues of the different members of Van Halen all over the place. Like
That's
he's got
cool.
like a whole like section of just like Van Halen, like when you get the records in the frame.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of those for Van Halen.
Oh,
like
cool.
all this different shit. He's got photos with the guys. Like I guess he's met him through his life. Like
That's cool.
big fucking fan.
Yeah.
Like if you just ask him one question about Van Halen, you're probably in for too much of a conversation than
Oh,
you'd expect.
I want to pick his brain.
Yeah. So
Anyways,
you'll have
but
an
no.
opportunity one day, I'm sure.
But even you saying that, I'll segue into something really quickly. The music store we go to all the time,
Yeah.
they just got a whole line of like EVH guitars.
Really.
Yeah, and I'm so tempted to go there and play one of them, but then it's at the same time you look at it, it's the Frankenstrat. You're going, I feel like I can't play anything but Van Halen if I play this. And
Stairway.
It's one of those things.
yeah, you go, take the Frankensterat, start playing Stairway. It's
Let's
like
just play
this doesn't-
Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Let's play Wonderwall.
Anyways, guys, here's Wonderwall.
What's the going joke in the guitar store? No Stairway? Is it from
It's from
that's
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World? Yeah.
No Stairway. No.
Denied.
Yeah, and
I
now
was
that's
so
like
close
a
to
thing.
buying. I was so close to actually buying the Wayne's World.
The Strat.
The Strat. It was
The
on
white
it was
one?
on the buy and sell,
Oh wow.
and it was a Mexican one, but still it had like the whole thing Wayne's World engraved on the back. Anyways, now last point. The only reason I found this out is because Thanksgiving's coming up this weekend.
Right.
So I just wanted to do a little origin story of Thanksgiving in Canada, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Basically, for Canadians, Thanksgiving, the way we celebrate it is because it's harvest time.
Yes.
In the States, the Pilgrims, they
Yeah,
landed
it's
in Plymouth,
Well, it's a
Massachusetts.
different weekend. It's like later in the year,
It's
right?
in November.
Yeah.
But I was reading this, and blah, 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 blah. It was in 1578. An explorer from England, he landed in Newfoundland, and
Newfoundland?
Newfoundland. He
Newfoundland.
celebrated the first Thanksgiving, like it's like they had one, and that was when 43 years before the Pilgrims reached Plymouth. So we celebrated it first.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Americans, they say they do Thanksgiving. No,
Fuck the States.
We
right?
did it first.
Yeah, we did. it first.
That's my news. That's
your
everything I
news.
know.
Canada's
Alright.
on top, baby.
And see, I actually looked up stuff. So if you want to fact check me, boys, no fact checking because I'm on this
Alright.
episode.
100%. 100%.
100%.
Yeah, that's funny because I think you were trying to call us last episode.
Yeah, and I didn't even look because honest, I didn't look up what Mark Anthony sings, but I'm pretty sure it's Balamor. Like, I think that's actually
no.
his song.
We realized immediately. Mike was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so wrong." On this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But no, that was fun.
So in replacement of Mike, Matt's got the birthdays.
Oh, here you go. I got it.
Birthdays? Okay, yeah.
I saved it to Remi's phone, but you
Yeah.
got the ages on there too, right?
Yeah,
I'll have to look
yeah.
that up for
Ages
you.
or some
Ages.
of them have their years of birth.
Sorry,
Other
you're
ones
gonna
don't
have to
have
This is coming out on the
7th.
7th. Okay.
What day is it today? Yeah, the 7th.
Yeah, sorry.
7th.
New here.
So October 7th. These are the birthdays.
All right, so yeah, October 7th.
Yep.
Our man, judge, the most judge that ever judged.
White
anybody.
shirt.
White shirt, lovely accent, likes to eat pens while he's listening to people sing
And
music.
drop out of his mouth.
I don't,
Yeah.
I'm honestly confused.
Simon Cowell.
Oh,
Can I be honest? Can I be honest?
That was rubbish.
That was absolutely the most
The
horrible thing I've
Gordon
heard in my life.
Ramsay of audible sound.
Yes.
I hate that they commercialized him though. I'll be honest with you, because like now when you watch, so when he first started American Idol, he was known as the overly critical grump.
Yeah.
And now he's the one that like hits the golden buzzer.
Well, now,
Well, he's
well,
done
now-
what Gordon Ramsay did. Same thing.
they've both done
Oh,
a
yeah?
full 180,
They've
right?
done like full 180.
But
But nice.
what kind of pissed me off was after he came out, every single like talent show had to have somebody
Yeah, some grump.
like Simon Cowell. Had to
yeah,
have a
well,
grump.
you know that's kind of the sales pitch of it though, right?
Sure.
Right, you need
It's
that.
like-
guy
But then,
that's
but
gonna
like
be
other
a
people were
dick.
trying to be so hard, trying so hard to do it.
'Cause-
For him, it was literally at the time.
Because who was
natural.
the originals? It was Paul Abdul, Randy Jackson,
And Simon Cowell.
Cowell.
That
And
was
so
it.
Randy Jackson was just like
Yo, dog.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
like the DJ, like rapper dude.
Yeah.
and
No,
he-
actually, you know what? You know what he did?
isn't it jazz?
No, he
Journey.
played for Journey.
He's Journey, man.
He's not the original bass
Oh.
player, but he was like the second bass player in Journey.
Yeah.
So what was Paul Abdul's claim? to
She's a
fame?
singer.
She's a singer.
She's a singer.
Paul
Sing-
Abdul.
singer.
She was the
performer.
one that was like excessively too nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
And then Simon was the producer who
Yeah.
was like,
Over
yeah,
critical.
like this.
giving his honest opinion.
Yeah,
who was
too nice,
giving-
over critical, and then
and
Randy's
honest.
just the crowd favorite. Like
Well,
in
it was
general, right? Like, it's
honest.
kinda like-
Mhm.
It was honest, too nice, and like pretty balanced.
Yeah,
Like Randy did say things that were like, you know, like you did fuck this up, but you know, like you can improve on it. Simon would just be like,
terrible.
I remember, I
Terrible.
forget who it was, but someone would like hold their mic sideways, and he was like, "You can't fucking do that."
She bang, she bang.
But no, and he
don't
was
know
the
what
like
that is.
You know,
no, but
see, that was sorry.
No.
That was one of the first like seasons of American Idol. There was William Hung, Chi Bang, Ricky Martin song,
Yeah,
Chi
it's a
Bang,
Ricky
Chi
If
Martin.
I've seen
Bang.
the clip, I probably remember.
Oh, you'll
it.
remember
We
him?
watched it as a
Yeah.
family.
Anyways,
and
sorry.
then no, but I'll give Simon his credit because like I was reading up on him and like he got fired from multiple careers and multiple jobs for having a bad attitude.
I believe it.
Simon?
And yeah,
I believe
and
it.
I will give him the respect of not being not himself.
I was gonna say he didn't
For-
hold back from what he was.
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly. So give him respect. And another man, birthday on the same day that never held back from being exactly what he was.
Oh no, who's this? I didn't hear
Yeah,
any of these
The
beforehand.
shirtless bear riding daddy himself, Vladimir Putin.
Father Russia, Vlad,
The
Vlad.
dictator,
sorry.
democratic leader
Sorry.
of
Sorry,
former KGB. What?
diplomatic leader.
Simon's turning 61, by the way. We've
Oh, that's okay.
61?
Don't worry.
61.
We don't. Mike's not here. We don't have to be totally perfect. We
And
can just say
then-
perfect.
Yeah,
guys.
we can half-ass it.
Daddy
it.
Vladdy is turning
Daddy
68.
Vlad.
68?
He's 68.
Yeah, he's got to step down.
No, but he's a good looking
No.
68-year-old. He looks like
No, he-
fairly healthy.
Hey
for
man,
what's going on.
he beat Team Russia in hockey. Okay,
probably got
he
like a-
scored multiple goals.
He's probably got a blood boy or some shit. Keep him young. If I end up dead next week, you know what's going on.
It's like either like the whole witch seance from Hocus Pocus or like Stardust with eating a star kind of thing.
Yes.
It's not
Staying
it's
young.
not Keith Richards. It's
Oh no,
who's the singer?
which one? Barry Manilow?
No,
He
the
looks-
Take it
Stones.
away.
Oh, Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger has like a blood child. I'm pretty sure.
No, he
he
just
looked-
has, like you said last time, he has the surgeon right there waiting,
Oh,
ready
yeah.
for him to drop.
I know he also looked 60 when he was like halfway there.
Oh.
You ever
So,
seen
like,
the picture of the Stones? And
Look at
it's
the
like,
drugs they've done though.
you ever seen the
Thing.
picture of the
Yeah.
Stones now? And it's like, why does only one of them like a regular
And,
7-year-old man?
and that
He's
man,
wearing,
has-
like, a-
that man passed away of
he's
all
wearing a
people.
rain jacket and jeans. All the other guys are wearing these fucking like Steven
I'm still
Tyler,
20, man.
Steven Tyler-esque
Yeah.
looking fucking outfits.
all right.
It's
Go
gotten
on
us
down the
famous.
list. We're only at 2. We got to
Yeah,
power
yes.
through these.
We're
So
having
another
fun, Richard.
another
We're having fun.
61-year-old. I'm gonna hope I get this reference right because I'm not the band guy. The guy that makes it hurt so good.
That's right.
That's
That's
right, you
it.
did.
John
got,
Mellencamp.
you got it.
Yes!
John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yeah, it's a-
That's right, because he went from John Mellencamp to John Cougar
Yeah.
to John Cougar
I think there
Mellencamp.
was like
Yeah.
To just
issues-
Mellencamp.
I think there was like issues with like copyright in the name or whatever.
Man,
Yeah.
he had all the girls' hearts in the 80s.
Yeah.
So and then we had our R&B pop, Tony Braxton.
Okay.
She's on that list. Also, Louis Capaldi, who's one of our more modern artists, but a lot of good remixes of Louis Capaldi. Actually,
But he's also just a singer, though.
and a singer. Yeah. A lot of popular
I have a
remixes,
song.
and
I
then
can't remember what it's. I can't remember what it is. I forget it.
yeah, I'm
all
terrible
good.
at this.
I had it in my head.
No,
and I was
you're
like,
good.
no,
You got
forget
it.
it. It's all good.
And
got
I
it, you got
think I think everyone knows who this person is, but I don't know anyone that's personally listened to any of their songs. But Yo Yo Ma,
No.
born in 1955.
I didn't even know who it was until you brought it up. Before.
Told you, man. He was a cello prodigy.
Yeah, it's like just
They did him on Arthur as the Rabbit. Okay, so like he's got some purpose in life for us to know
yeah,
about.
just a very famous cellist. But it's just like a household name.
He's the
but
Kenny G of cellos.
yes.
That's what you said. I believe
did.
it.
Yep. And then son of a bitch, get me a drink artist Nathaniel Radcliffe.
Nice.
Great.
Yes.
He's got to be younger though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's younger.
Like how old?
I don't have the date here.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's all right.
I'm
It's all right.
guessing late 30s, early 40s.
Yep. And
If it says 20s, I'm like, no, the man's
Well, I'm gonna look it
drank
up.
too much.
yeah, look it up while
Nathaniel
I do
Radcliffe
the next one.
and the Night Sweats.
And the
Great
guy
band.
from Friday Night Lights. He's in
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Like
He's always a big side character.
yeah, a lot of football movies, a lot of sports movies. But
Even some crime
Omar
stuff.
Benson Miller.
Look him up. As soon as you see him,
Yes.
you'll remember.
He's in. I think he's even in CSI now.
That's
Yeah,
the thing. He's a side character in
yeah,
a bunch
he's
of
a
stuff.
side
okay.
character and everything. But if you saw his face, you
In
know.
The Departed, he plays. He gets killed.
Yeah, he's also in The Departed.
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Yeah, if you haven't seen
DiCaprio
The Departed
kills him.
yet, yeah, if you haven't seen The Departed
Spoiler
yet,
alert.
that's
Here's who killed him. Okay, you're not gonna believe how
That last guy?
Nathaniel Radcliffe
Right
is.
how old is he? I'm gonna say.
Don't say in his
22.
20s. No, if he's like
No,
29.
You're like way low.
Is he like 50?
Not quite.
Okay, he's in his 40s.
He's 42.
Okay.
Damn.
I said
That's
late
like-
30s, 40s. I said
That's like when 2 Chainz first came out, like the rapper. Like he
it's-
got famous at 40.
It's kind of funny to like hear about the people that get famous. Like I don't want to say that's late because that's not late. Like you still have like another 60 to 70 years to live.
Yeah.
right.
But it's like, you know, people always worry about like making it in their 20s, and it's like, nah, like a lot of people don't make it until they're like
Right.
50, 60. Like, I mean, like this is a really, really, really bad example, but
Don't
Pants on the Ground guy.
Yeah.
That's another
perfect-
American Idol
perfect.
reference.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Perfect example was I was watching the Eric Clapton documentary.
Right?
BB King didn't get it famous because he played all the clubs, the
He
blues
was
clubs, this and that, until Clapton came around in the 70s and was saying that he was influenced by him.
Right.
And he had been playing for years and years and years. So he
Well,
was
that's
already
even-
he was already in his 40s.
Yeah.
Like or late 40s.
Well, because also BB King lived in like that era where it was really hard as a black man to make it. So like
Exactly.
no one wanted to listen.
No
to
one listened to
him.
black music, and then you have these English people saying that this is what I listen to. They were trying to break the stereotype, saying I listen to this.
Yeah.
This is good music. This is what influenced me, and this is why
Yeah.
I'm so good.
Yeah, it's even like when Eric Clapton was interviewed, and they're like, "Oh, how does it feel to be the best guitar player in the world?" And he's like, "I don't know, ask Prince."
Yeah,
And I was
exactly.
Like, damn, bro,
Yeah.
that's a pretty heavy fucking like torch to pass
Well,
on
that's
to
even
someone else.
like Motley Crue. Mick Mars was old when he joined the band. Like he was already
Yeah,
like
he was-
30.
It's confirmed he's an alien. Okay.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah,
already
he was
like
30, 40 years old. Or
he was
something.
like almost like 30.
and all the
40
other
years old
guys
when
were
that band
like in their
started.
20s.
Did you
Yeah.
know like, he actually has to put like a full body brace on when he was playing now
Oh yeah,
because he
yeah,
has a
'cause-
condition that like he has like scoliosis and stuff that he like goes like inwards. So like he,
Oh,
like
so that's, like,
his
holds him
guitar
back.
he doesn't his guitar is not on a strap. It's actually
On a stand
on
or
a
something?
stand, and he actually has like a full body brace to
Yeah.
like set him back up to
it's
play.
essentially like his
He's full.
phones
He's
are,
in pain the whole
do
time.
they have another guitar player to fill in?
No,
No.
it's just him.
No,
That's fucked.
So they have another show coming up, I think, too. They
They have the tour again. I don't know why because they had a farewell tour. They all signed contracts that they'll never play again,
Yeah,
and then now they're coming back because the money was too good. And that's another
I
person.
think also the dirt had something to do with that.
I want to
Yeah.
revisit
Yeah.
the whole thing. Like Diamond Dave quitting at 5 more shows. Great job for him. Vince Neil. If you ever watch anything on the internet about the Motley Crue singer,
Mhm.
it's freaking hilarious because the guy is way overweight, can't sing anymore, and he's like he thinks he's still 25
Yeah,
singing back in the day. You don't understand a word he says.
right.
Oh, and then Twitter just attacks him. Like attacks him. And he's like, I'm sick and tired of this shit. Well, dude, either lose some weight, learn how to sing your songs again, or just give it up.
Yeah. Like you can even pass the torch too. Like I mean, it's not uncommon
But
now
not
for
even
bands
that-
that have a guy in the
But
background.
that's the thing though.
Mhm.
There was a guy when if you watch The Dirt, if you watched it,
I have.
okay.
Like, right
Anyone
when it
didn't
came
watch it?
out.
Spoiler alert. Vince Neil got kicked out at one point in time because, or I don't know, I can't remember if he got kicked out or he left.
When he went to jail and did that?
Yeah, and because he was an addict, all that. They had another singer.
Okay.
And then now, like, the internet is, like, asking this singer to come back from, like, the 80s. And he's like, no fucking way. No, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So it's
I mean, he's probably in retirement, right? So it's like, but it's an opportunity. I don't know.
Yeah. One fill-in singer, I'll give, even second singer, Alice in Chains.
yes.
Their new singer from the original guy,
Great.
so good.
Don't get me wrong, Lane Staley was a great singer.
100%.
And
this guy
Jerry
does hit-
Cantrell does still do all the singing he's supposed to do, but the new guy, when I saw them,
Yeah,
really
and
good.
He gives like just as much credit. Like if like he's
trying.
his own, but he's also a great mimic of what was before him.
Yep.
Like
Nope, good way of putting it.
yeah, he nails the original lyrics and the original style of how they were.
And he plays
sung.
guitar at the same time, so he's doing two things.
Yeah,
Like for really
yeah,
complex
was
stuff.
not upset watching Alice in Chains. Like he nailed it.
You went and saw them too?
Yeah, they opened up for Korn.
When did you see Korn?
Me and freaking Ty went.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think it was me and Ty.
Cause I saw Korn too, but like with Ty, but it wasn't with you. So.
Yeah, I think we had multiple tickets.
Okay.
I think it was that. Either way, it was like last minute. It was like
Yeah.
like all my shows I've ever
Like
been
anytime
to.
a show when you showed up in your in your torn shirt
Oh, yeah,
to
I thought
Echo
the
Beach
I thought
in the middle of May, and you were freezing your ass off.
Yeah, I
That
thought
was
the
great.
show was
That sounds like a
Greta,
really bad
Greta
idea.
Van Fleet.
Yeah, I was
Greta Van Fleet at Echo Beach.
At Echo Beach?
Yeah.
Really?
There's
Yeah.
the second show they played. Like we saw them when they did
Rebel or whatever.
Rebel, Sound Academy
Yeah.
Rebel. Yeah.
I thought the show was inside.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it was outside,
He shows
nighttime, cold, shorts and a wife beater, cut off, like not even a wife beater, cut
Yeah,
off.
you're dumb.
deep.
Did you not read your tickets?
Workout shirt.
Sorry?
He
Did you
did,
not read your tickets?
No, I got them like I think.
no, Ty didn't even didn't even
con-
tell him. He just said, "You want to come to a concert tonight?" Yeah, sure. And usually when we go to concerts, they are indoors. Granted, I'll give that to Matt.
Yeah, but like if it's out of the placement, you got to be like,
I
yo.
do blame-
all my concerts. There's been very few concerts I've actually planned on going to. It'll be Ty or Remi will text me
Last
like an
minute.
hour before, be like, "Hey, I've got an extra ticket. You coming?" I'll be like, "Yes."
Yeah, it happens.
And it's
People fall through.
always a great time.
It is.
Back to the singers. Before we get to the history days, another singer that I'm such a minority on this, and if I say this to anyone, I get scolded real hard.
Rebecca Black's amazing. I know.
No idea who you're talking
Okay.
about. But
She's got a show coming up.
who?
No way.
Rebecca Black.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Friday.
So
Oh,
no.
She's
This
got
is
songs.
this is
Now
a,
she can sing.
This is a
Yeah.
metal band. So
Okay,
Asking Alexandria.
I don't listen.
I
to
am
them.
not
Okay,
familiar with that.
don't
either.
worry about it.
That's a scene.
Here's a
thing,
real like dumbed down explanation. So the regular singer's name is Danny Worsnop.
Okay,
He left for a couple years
Uh-huh.
to pursue country music.
Okay.
interesting.
Asking Alexandria is your typical like screamo emo band.
Yeah.
Like think of all the stuff that I would have listened to in high school
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
sometimes still listen to today.
I set my friends on fire.
Yeah, like honestly, probably stuff like that. They're probably more in the realm of like, like I don't know,
My
Bring the
Chemical Romance.
Horizon, Day to Remember, stuff
Okay.
like that. Like,
Okay,
maybe not
so,
like
like,
the same style, but a
post-hardcore
bit more
style.
screamy, whiny, less aggressive. But
Mm.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
same aggressive instruments, but
Yeah.
the voice was just like he's like he is kind of like a bearded, like manly man looking fella. So like the country stuff made sense. But anyways,
Yeah.
I got this sub in
Yeah.
for the 2 years, who is a very, very talented vocalist, and I really, really liked the songs he did with them.
Mhm.
But he was a bit of a pretentious douchebag and expected like more money than like he was like contracted to, and like was very difficult. The problem is everyone hates him because of those things. Nobody hates him because he's legitimately talented. Like he's really good. So I get a lot of flack when I tell people, I'm like, oh yeah, I really, really like the album. It's called The Black by Asking Alexandria. And it's the
Yeah.
one album that he did with them. And I was like, yeah, it's a sick album. They're like, oh, but he's a dick. I'm like, yeah, but someone can still be a dick and make good music. Like,
right.
R. Kelly.
yeah, we literally talked. No, we talked about that last week.
I know. I listened to it.
It's like, but like, think about it. Like, you got to separate the person from the art, right?
Yeah,
You gotta
but I
separate the
believe
artist
I
and the
Can
artist.
Fly is still magical.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to disagree. He's a talented fella.
Also-
He's just fucked.
Also,
So, anyways, that's my thing before we get to the days in history.
also
If you wanna do a
the
quick tangent there.
yeah.
Oh no, I
quick
was just gonna
tangent
go.
on-
I was just gonna go on you with the two singers because I was trying to read this what happened, but I can't remember what happened here.
Also, while we're on R. Kelly for 2 seconds,
Okay, sure.
Ignition, Still Fire. We established
yeah.
that.
Yes.
When the song, what's it? My mom's telling me no, but my body. Like now, creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like super creepy.
Yes, it is.
It came on. I don't know where it was, but I think I was watching a movie, and I was just like,
Yeah.
"Oh no!" It's like I can't see nothing wrong. I was like, "Mm." Like this is the
Yeah.
song.
Okay. There's some.
This was a
Go
song.
to your point real quick.
Oh no, it was
Sorry.
just literally saying how
That's
there's a
my
band
tangent.
I listened to, even Matt listened to back in the day. We still listen to them. Killswitch Engage. They have two different singers.
Right.
Mhm.
I can't remember why the first one left. What it was,
Yeah.
and it's literally if you listen to the band, you're split between Jesse or Howard.
Was the
Like
new
from the
who
fan-
did the
you mean
Holy
the fan
How-
base?
Who did the Holy Diver?
That's Howard.
That's Howard.
That's
Yeah,
Howard.
yeah.
Howard's the big burly black guy.
Is that
Yeah.
the new one or the first one?
He's second guy.
Yeah.
Jesse-
He nails
Ah.
it too.
So he
And
brought,
I've
brought
seen,
a lot of people in with that.
and I've seen them together. I have seen them play with both singers.
Yeah,
And-
they brought them both
Like
out
at
to
the
a concert.
same gig.
yeah,
or-
I got the first.
Oh, so there's not actually a separation.
No,
within
no.
the band. It's just the
No,
fandom.
no, like fandom. But even like at one point in time, it was Jesse
there was-
sang first, then he left. They brought Howard in, and they went a whole different way and like got really, really big. And then he left. The other guy came back, and like they tried to still pursue it, and people were like, "No, bring Howard back, please." Like it was way better with him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a competition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the days in history. I'm gonna go through this as quick as possible.
What are we at right now?
We're at like 2 hours, bro.
No way.
No, 1 hour 50.
Oh, okay.
So like after editing, it's probably like 1 hour 48. I don't know. I got it. Like
We're having
the first
fun.
2 minutes of banter gets cut out, right?
Yeah.
So I don't actually know how Mike usually handles this, so I'm just gonna skip through.
On
I
this
didn't
day in
realize
history.
how many fucking days in history that Mike filters through, so I gotta give
Oh,
him
really?
credit for that. There was like easily over 100 days here.
Oh wow.
Right.
Like I'm pulling 7, I think.
Okay, that's fine.
So we're gonna go like way back. Actually, can you just tell me how to pronounce that word right there? Do you know? Yes or no? Just tell me yes or no.
Epoch.
Is that really it?
Yeah. The epoch.
Okay. In 3761 BC,
Okay.
Okay.
so like 5,500 years ago,
Making me think.
the
Richard.
epoch of the modern Hebrew calendar
Uh-huh.
is like started.
Wow.
I don't even know what that means.
It means the Jews.
The Jewish calendar
Started
like
their calendar.
5,500 years
like that's
ago.
day one.
That's day one of their calendar.
crazy.
3761
Okay.
They
BC,
finally said,
October 7th.
today.
But I mean, they didn't have like October 7th. Like,
No,
before
but
that.
it-
No,
that-
just someone
it's
made
their
a
structure.
calendar and was like, "Okay, now we're gonna start
Yeah.
keeping track of what's
Someone
going
was
on."
like,
know.
"Hey, the sun does this thing
That's the
every
thing, I don't know if
365 days where it comes back to the same spot."
Well, that's the Mayans that did that.
Well, that was the Mayans and the Christians or Catholics. I can't remember which one.
Well, they are.
The Gregorian calendar.
Yes, but the Christians and
Yeah.
Catholics are the descendants of what the Jews did.
Yeah, so
the
it's
Hebrews.
all.
yeah.
After
Also,
one
if
man
you
decided
ever
to
find
die.
a clip of Neil deGrasse Tyson explaining like the original calendars, it is the most interesting thing in the world.
Oh yeah.
Like,
believe it.
leap years and all the days and how the math works out and how advanced like the math is. Like,
Given
Yeah,
the
when we
time
start
that it was
given the
made,
time period.
yeah,
Yeah, because like leap years, like if we didn't have them, like it would
we
just
would be like a day back every.
it would
4
be
years.
a day back every 4 years, and like we'd be in nighttime during daytime, and like there's
too much to think of.
It's more than just
big
be,
brain
it's
stuff.
more than just being back a couple days. Like there's so many factors that would go into
Yeah.
messing up literally between farming and business and everything
Wow.
else, like the environment and how the whole world just
Oh,
generally functions, like would
also,
be backwards.
The
It'd be crazy.
daylight savings times being a farmer thing is a myth.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not for farmers. I forget what it's
I
for.
I thought I
see-
heard war.
I can't see being farmers.
I don't know if it was. Well, the reason that people think it's farmers is because like you're waking up earlier now because
I
the
get
sun
it,
comes up
and
earlier or
it's-
whatever, and it's setting earlier, so you got your shit done before lights out. But it's not that. I can't remember what it is. But anyways, let's go
Yeah,
to the next one.
Go.
This is funny. 1492.
Yeah.
Okay.
The great old dummy Christopher Columbus
I'll say 492 is Chris Columbus. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
misses Florida when he changes course. Now I don't know where he was going, but he was obviously
going to
going
India.
to the New World. He was going to India.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Got like That's like the best story of someone getting lost and like making this entire fucking like, oh, well, we got lost, but this is ours now.
Don't you remember watching Yvonne of the Yukon?
Yeah.
Obviously not since I was a kid,
Oh
but
my god, it's a
I
throwback.
totally forgot that show even existed.
Oh, so much
Yeah.
fun.
So,
All right.
imagine you landed in Florida. Like what Florida would be like?
Florida man, Christopher Columbus style.
Like the original Florida man.
Florida man Big Paw says, I don't know if that's an Indian name or not. Like,
Yeah.
I should know these things.
I know. I gotta look into it because like even like speaking of claiming things, there's like if you Google like Antarctica and who owns it, there's like slivers divided up into like whatever country is claimed, like a section of Antarctica.
But there's like a
Well,
whole
I was
section
gonna say-
unclaimed.
There's a whole section unclaimed, and PewDiePie right now is trying to find like a legal route so he can claim that
Who's
portion.
this?
He's a big
like
streamer.
Oh,
he is
okay.
like the most subscribed to person on YouTube, which is like 110 billion people or million thousand whatever.
Just you saying that.
110 billion people?
claiming.
110 million.
Okay, Joe Biden, how many people are on the planet?
10,000.
You ever seen that clip?
No.
Joe Biden's like, 350 million Americans have been vaccinated. Bro, that's 106% of your population. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's like 110 million subscribers. Like he's the most subscribed to individual.
Yeah.
Because there's like music
Yeah.
corporations, whatever, that have more. But he is finding
Just
a
to
legal
stop-
route
to-
to
just-
claim his
I
portion
don't.
of
It's me
Antarctica.
really quick.
Sure. Go ahead.
Just you saying the dividing and the parts of it just reminded me, and I'm going on a tangent now. I'm going up north where we have an island off of Greenland.
Yeah,
that
I know where you're going with this.
With Denmark and us.
Yeah.
That we always put a bottle of Canadian whiskey and they put a thing of schnapps
Yeah,
there.
it's just a stupid
Because no one
fucking
actually
dispute.
owns it.
Yeah, so they're trying to claim it. They throw the
Oh,
flag
yeah,
down
here
in a
you
bottle.
go. Yeah.
It's like,
That's amazing.
I'm kind of upset I haven't got one of those bottles.
Yeah.
Like, I pay my taxes. Give me a fucking sip, bro. Like, let's go.
But yeah, okay, continue.
Okay.
Bula, bula, bula.
Henry. Okay, so this is 1907. So we've just jumped up a little bit
Wow.
there.
Just
Okay.
a little.
Francis Henry Farman.
Oh, you say me forward for a second, okay?
No, Henry Farman flies 30 meters in a biplane, winning the Grand Prix d'Aviation.
Deviation.
So is that like the farthest it was?
I guess that
anyone
was the
had flown at
farthest
the
anyone
time?
flown at the time.
Yeah.
Actually, I was telling this to somebody, and like, someone didn't really grasp the concept of what I was saying when I was like trying to explain this. But like, imagine you went back in time,
Yeah.
grabbed the Wright brothers,
Yep.
and you're like, come with me for a minute, bring them back to 2021,
And show them.
and you're just like, hey, look up,
You did that.
and then there's like four planes that fly over you.
Bring
And
them
you're like,
bring them to an air show, because then it goes like, for at least with ours, it shows the
like the advancements.
advancements throughout
Yeah.
the years, and it shows from back.
Dude
then-
would fucking cry
Oh, yeah.
forever. He'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, no, like I did not do this.
Mental
Yeah.
breakdown.
Like
for
it
sure.
gives me fucking like my hairs on my back, my neck are like imagine you had that big of an impact because you wanted to like break the laws of gravity.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck gravity, bro. And then 100 years later, everyone's flying as a basic mode of transportation.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was 100 years later. It might be less.
I know.
I'm not gonna fact check it. I'm sorry.
Well, this
I
is
feel
1907, so it has to be
I
before
feel
that.
like even with our base education now, based on like what everything discovered, like you watch all the black and white videos of what they tried to make fly,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, I could go back with like a grade 12 education, and I probably could.
But
Yeah.
that's why
But
that's
that's
why
the
it's fun
point.
to watch those Red Bull competitions where they make the glider.
Yeah, the ones that aren't supposed to go far at all.
Yeah.
They're just supposed to crash.
And then all of a sudden they go far. You're like, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's a
even then, like I'd be like,
huge-
Wright brothers, here, see this curve? It's yours now.
Yeah.
All you need is a 2-dimensional thing. Just
take that. That's
Yeah,
your
just
wing.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna
Life
jump.
changed.
We're gonna jump up like 22 years to 1929.
Ooh, I
Um,
have a car that age.
I don't really know.
You do.
I forgot to do the quick research on this one, but Ramsay MacDonald is the first
Ramses.
British prime minister to address the U.S. Congress. That seems like a
Okay.
big gap of time. 1929 from 1776.
Like,
it's
is
like-
that when the Congress is formed?
Well, 1776 is the
It's
day the
con- is-
Constitution
is
was
The
signed.
Yeah.
Constitution signed.
But at the same time, remember that wasn't all the colonies, right?
Right, that was just the North.
Well, wasn't there? When
No.
didn't the British and U.S. fight in between that time already?
No, but
The British are
1776 was
Yeah.
finally like the revolution of the American colonies. But then it was
There
only
was 3 colonies, right?
I can't remember how many colonies it was at the time.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's like the
No.
Confederacy.
because if you watch the Netflix
America.
movie, it really throws you for a tangent because
Yeah,
there's
there's a-
robots involved. Okay,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Oh, you're talking about the cartoon.
the
Yeah.
cartoon one that's
I
made
thought
by
you
the
were
guys
talking
that
about, like, a
did Archer
documentary.
and whatever.
great movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
Anyways, I don't know.
Forgot that was a thing.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know what they discussed or why that's significant, but whatever. This is a
Happened.
pretty big one. Actually, this is pretty fucking huge. 1944.
Yep.
An uprising at Auschwitz. The Jews burned down their crematoriums.
Mm,
That's a pretty big
It's
fucking.
full circle.
it's heavy.
That's a like what's the terminology?
Kicking the nuts.
Not a. Is it big dick energy move? That's it. Big dick energy.
Oh yeah.
That's like all these guys were like, they're fucking us up. Let's fuck them up. Like
Yeah.
big boy move.
Mm-hmm.
Proper shit.
Where's the sweet war movie on that one? I want to watch that one.
I kind of was thinking that when I read it too. I was like, there's a lot of great movies about the wars. And one of my favorite ones is The Imitation Game by far
Yeah.
Yeah.
because of how twisted that is. The fact that like they finished making the machine and Buddy was like, "Oh, that's my brother's ship. They're about to die." And they're like, "Well, we can't save him because then they're going to know how we found out." And they had to like sit there and be like, "Your brother's literally dying right now."
Yeah.
So dark.
But even the
But
war
that's
movies,
what
I
makes it
always
good.
appreciated. I always enjoyed out of all the war movies. It was always the ones that were about like the little tiny events or just like the tiniest, like almost insignificant portion of the war. Not always,
Mhm.
but like the little stories within like the war itself. Like, like yes, Pearl Harbor was a good movie and that event was tragic and all that. But it's always like Wind Talkers was a good one where they used
Navajos.
the Navajos and like native language over radio, so the Germans couldn't understand
Yep.
it.
Right.
And like
Go
it was
Talkers.
like all these like movies with like just little tiny pieces of the war that were
Well,
cool
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge, like
Really
something
good
like
one.
you would have never heard about.
This isn't a war movie, but if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. I can't remember if it's on Disney or Prime. It's called the Courier, I think, and it's another movie with
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's the one. That's about the cold. Like, well, the
That's
start
about
of the
like
Cold War.
the
Yeah.
nukes in Cuba,
Yeah,
and like
that's in the '60s.
because that was before MI6 was like publicly a thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like there was still a secret agency, and they were like, I forget the line they used, like, "Oh yeah, we're MI6." It's like there's only MI5. Like,
Yeah.
no, there's a lot more you don't know about, and we need help. And I'm like, damn, dog, like
yeah.
you're
That's
just
on-
a
that's on-
businessman.
That's on Prime.
Well, that was
think.
even what was that one war movie? It's like the last two where like it's like the two dudes running across the nation to go tell his brother that the
1917.
is that 1917? Yeah,
Yeah.
even a movie like that where it's
I
like
haven't seen that one yet, but I do want to
super
watch
good
I know,
movie,
I-
but like realistically, that movie in the grand scheme of everything is
Small potatoes.
small,
Com-
semi-irrelevant to
Yeah.
everything that happened in
Yeah.
the war, but
when you-
fantastic story.
Like just, I love those war stories. Anyways, let's
Yeah.
move on. This one is something we'll all be able to connect to. Yeah, after I go through these, I gotta go pee pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, pee-pee.
PP break.
Pee-pee
So
time.
1986, Steve Yzerman,
Oh, the boy.
Stevie Y.
Stevie Y, is named captain of the Detroit Red Wings.
Yep.
That long ago.
A
Holy
title
crap.
he would hold for. Do you guys remember how many games?
He retired in. Did he retire in '99? No.
I think we were all alive when he retired.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
were alive when he got
I
named
watched him win.
captain.
I watched him win. I watched him win the
that's
Stanley
86,
Cup.
He was named captain.
Oh, sorry.
I watched him win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
With Detroit.
Yeah,
1,300 games.
that's a lot.
He was captain for 1,300
Well, he's like
games.
one of those like iconic. Like if I think back to hockey as a kid, like you have the Gretzky
Yeah.
jerseys, and like there's always an Yzerman jersey.
Oh yeah.
Always an Yzerman jersey. Like,
Yeah.
and he was like,
Well, the coolest thing too is because when we all played hockey as kids, our town's team was the Red Wings.
Yep.
yeah,
So like I just always knew that name, even though I wasn't a big hockey
yeah.
fan.
So like if you're like an early '90s, like late '90s hockey fan in there, like it was always Gretzky,
Like,
obviously, and then it was like Curtis Joseph on the Leafs.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows that.
Yep.
Yzerman.
Joe Sakic.
Yeah, Joe Sakic.
Sack as a big one too.
I'm trying to think. Patrick Roy on the
I
Avalanche.
was gonna say
like,
that. I was about to say there was someone on the Avalanche, but I
like,
couldn't
and
remember
it,
who.
like it's to the point where like
But even there-
they've
Those,
surpassed.
those
Like,
are Canadians. But all of a sudden you start saying Avalanche. I think Peter Forsberg.
yeah, Forsberg, but like their
Household
name,
names.
Yeah, but they're names that surpass like the teams in the franchise themselves, and they
Yep.
were just known for
Oh, yeah.
being themselves.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that logo is that name now.
Yep.
It's like almost as bad as like Jay-Z rocking the Yankees hat. Like you think of a Yankees hat, most people think of Jay-Z before they even think of the baseball team.
True.
Right?
I got it.
And it's like
I know that reference.
Like if you say Detroit,
I know that one.
Good for you,
yeah,
Richard.
Like if you say Detroit Red Wings, I'm probably going to Irishman like off the top of my head first.
All right, we're gonna go up a little bit here. This is a funny one. 2003. So we're just skipping ahead a bit.
Ooh, okay.
American. I'm gonna butcher this word. Gubernatorial. I don't know what the fuck that word is. Anyways, a recall election is held in California. Governor Gray Davis is recalled, and Arnold Schwarzenegger becomes governor
The governor
of California on October 7th, 2003.
That's just awesome in general, but I never looked into his reign as a leader. Like, was he a good leader?
There's not a lot of stories about it, so he must have either not done much or not been great.
Yeah, like
I don't even know who he ran as.
I know they called him like the governor, and there's nicknames and all that, but like I've never looked into like his political views and like what actually happened during the time of him being.
Honestly, I don't know because it's not popular enough. Like whatever.
But he was there for
a
while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like
he didn't even take pay. That was the thing. Like just
okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, last one. This is the one I might need some help on the references.
Mm-hmm.
NFL record.
Yep.
Okay.
2012.
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans quarterback Drew Brees.
Yep. Drew Brees
breaks Johnny Unitas. Right there. NFL record for consecutive games with a TD. What's a TD?
Touchdown.
Oh, touchdown pass 48 when he connects with.
I remember that.
Devery Henderson in Saints 31-24 win over San Diego at the Superdome.
Yeah,
Mercedes Superdome.
It's his career in general has just been impressive for what it is.
But then Brady broke the record.
Tom Brady's just
last
game.
game.
Like one of the best players. Like
Drew
ever.
Brees.
I hope I worded that all right. Like, makes sense to you guys.
As it comes to football, like anyone's career is impressive to me because football is just one hell of a sport. The amount of shit they put themselves through just to play the sport professionally.
Sorry, I can't do this anymore.
Pee break! Hurry up with your point. Let's go.
But like if Tom Brady not being Tom Brady because he kind of overshadows like a lot of athletes in that sport. Like Drew Brees is probably, in my personal opinion, like next up for like next most impressive.
Good. So that's our history.
That's our history.
And now we're gonna take a pee break.
And now we're taking a pee.
All right, y'all, I gotta go so bad. All right. We back.
News is done. History's done. Ooh.
There is one semi-history bit here that you sent me.
Yep. Yeah. This one I just stumbled across on Reddit earlier today, like as we were finishing work.
That's where I was getting some of my stuff today too.
Yeah.
On Reddit.
No, Reddit's golden. It is the most humble and toxic place in the entire world.
Oh yeah, you got to find the right pages. Actually, I do appreciate that about both. You both actually did the research on different topics, whether it was on purpose or by accident. Remi, you actually spent some time on it, I know.
Well, I just knew I had to be on the show, so.
Yeah. So
I got a call 15 minutes before my workday ended.
Yeah, well, Myke, Remi, and I were gonna do this episode, and then Myke last minute was like, "Yeah, man, I just can't come tonight." And I was like, "Okay, well, Remi and I will do it, no problem." And then I was like, "Well, Matt was on last week. It went pretty good. He was on a few weeks ago. It went pretty good." Yeah. I'm like, "Why not just bring an extra homie into it and just
for sure?" And you know, me and you will talk, and all of a sudden we just know there's gonna be a.
No, I don't.
At one point.
I don't think there would be. I think you and I could easily carry a conversation for a long time.
We could, but then it would get really musical.
I was gonna say it would get pretty niche, but it's whatever. Like I would not be opposed to doing just an episode with you. It was just the opportunity struck up, and I was sitting beside Matt at work, and I was like, Matt, fuck it, let's do it.
Oh no, and I agree to it. I think it's really good.
Yeah,
because we're all good friends, right? So,
and even I was thinking about like, you know, the year finale or something, just getting a bunch of homies, like a few repeat guests on here, but I only have 4 mic inputs on this mixer.
You gotta do the couch and just sit there like, yeah, man.
Yeah, just pass the mic around.
Well, I was thinking about getting a different table in here, doing more Joe Rogan style where it's long ways, because the wide angle lens here kind of like makes like myself and Matt look a bit distorted just because it's a fisheye sort of thing. Anyways, let me just touch on this real quick.
Go ahead.
I just found this cool at the end of my workday.
Yeah, this is so you know more about this than I do. You sent me the info here really briefly. The Vasa or Wasa, I guess in Swedish.
Yeah, so VASA.
So Wasa.
It's a Vasa warship. You can Google if you want to see a picture of it. And I recommend you do, because that's partially why I was attracted to this. Cause
Yeah, it put in perspective, like
the size.
the size of these old. So this was built between
There, if you wanna
1626,
look into it.
There we go.
1626 and 1628. So like, it took years to build these things, right? And like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, I want to say like it does take a while to build ships even today. I don't know how long. I'm not going to pretend to know how long, but
No.
2 years to me seems like pretty quick.
For like a
Industrial Revolution definitely sped things up.
Yeah, for sure. So this is 1626 to 1628. They built it.
And it's
Right.
all wood.
Yeah,
And-
and it's the thing. And back then, you think about it, it's not all just nailed together. There's actual joinery done. The craftsmanship for the boat making it back then, it was
It's
insane.
It's next
Yeah.
level. But the irony,
Yeah.
the irony behind it is the ship sank after sailing roughly 1,300 meters into her maiden voyage on August 10th, 1628.
So a mile.
Yeah.
So 2 years, 2 years of building for 1 mile of.
Yeah. And then it
Voyage.
was
But
under,
did
it was
it say
under,
what happened? Like it hit something?
I
or?
only have like the screenshot that Matt sent me, so I could.
I gave Matt my phone.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the actual link. If I click the Wikipedia
I just wrote
link.
how did the Wasa sink?
But it was under there for 300 years, and then they brought it up to put in the museum, like almost fully intact.
Oh, the water preserves everything, right?
Yeah, and the mind-blowing part for me, anyway, because you watch like
This is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
you watch.
you have the reason why
Yeah,
it's
you
not.
have the reason why. But like you watch like I don't know, Master and Commander, Pirates of the Caribbean, anything that's pirate ship related in general.
Yeah.
And you always see like lots of people on these boats, and you see them battling on the water. But like, look at this ship in the museum. Like, if you can go through the Google page, again, it's VASA, like Swedish warship. Like, you'll see the pictures of it.
It's massive.
People like next to this,
Yeah.
ant size.
Yeah.
Ant size.
It's
Like,
like putting a
pumped
Lego
up some good
character
things.
beside your car.
yeah, it's
Or sorry, a Lego figurine, I meant to say.
yeah, like huge.
I gotta say one thing. Sweden learned. They did the Vasa. They kind of fucked up. They had ABBA, and now they have IKEA. Okay, so great things came out of Sweden.
They figured it out. So anyways,
Sorry.
after sailing about 1,300 meters, a light gust of wind caused the Vasa
No.
to heel over on its side.
No, just pour
That
it
means
in.
Water
they
poured
didn't
through
put
the
weight
gun
underneath.
portals. Water poured through the gun portals,
Oh my
and
gosh.
the ship sank with a loss of 53 lives.
That means they didn't counterweight it.
Yes, but they said like in total it could hold a total of 145 sailors, so people to operate the boat,
Yeah.
and then an additional 300 soldiers
Wow.
would fit on this thing.
Wow.
It is
yeah.
not
It makes
small.
like your high school feel like nothing.
Yeah. And like it also like puts it in perspective because like I don't know, in my mind watching the pirate movies, I'm like, okay, like one round of cannon fire from any
Yeah.
ship is gonna sink a boat.
Oh
and
yeah.
then you see like the size of this thing, you're like, okay, I understand. Well, not this one in particular because it made it 10 miles, but like any of the other ships that didn't sink right
Yeah,
away,
They're huge.
it makes sense why like they don't sink right away
Yeah.
after being in a fight and they can actually sail home afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I really, I mean, I obviously don't understand engineering at all. I'm not gonna pretend I do, but like to think that, like, a wooden boat that eventually gets waterlogged is
Yeah.
still just like,
If anything that makes it
Floating.
better, the wood tightens.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, it creates the seals.
Yeah.
Like as you were saying about like Pirates of the Caribbean, it's like the Interceptor, which was like the big ship in the earlier movies, or I think it lasted a
Not
bit
big
longer.
compared to this thing.
Well, it's huge, but
Yeah.
yeah, not big compared to this.
Yeah, massive. It's actually like
So
crazy.
you think of a schooner like the Blue Nose. Tiny.
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 Yeah.
Canadian reference. Sorry.
Yeah,
What's on your dime? Check it out.
yeah.
That's the Blue Nose 2.
The blue nose number
Blue Nose 2.
Yeah, the blue nose too.
Yeah, it's unreal. I can't even understand it.
Yeah.
It's amazing what
But
they
if
could
anyone's played Assassin's Creed 4,
do.
Black Flag,
Black Flag. is
Black
for-
Flag?
Oh,
if you want to experience some pirate ship battles, it's a game to do it in.
I only have one.
It's a game to
Those games actually definitely made me interested in history because obviously they weren't like factual, but they did have a lot of references that
Sure.
were like completely
It
factual.
went back to the
It's-
time period.
do it. It was
right?
very biblical at the start, and like generally
Templars,
generally throughout the whole thing is fairly biblical.
Yeah.
It's all still to do with the Templars or no?
It's
I don't know because I never.
they kind
I
of
don't know
continued.
biblical because I don't know shit about it.
Well,
they
the
kind
Knights
of
Templar
they
is-
kind of strayed
Yeah.
away from like the apple. It was all about like getting the apple of Eden, which was the ultimate weapon in the game, essentially, because
Sure.
you could like steal life energy and like
So
all this
like,
whole manipulative people thing, right?
Well, like I think it was
so
in the
like the
first.
Holy Grail in Indiana Jones.
Yeah, essentially. Which also, while we're throwing it out there, the chest, the Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of Covenant. Sorry, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
they Star Wars did this. The Ark of the Covenant is in Star Wars.
What?
dating the Ark of the Covenant in Indiana Jones thousands of years before, and that thing came off planet and landed on Earth.
Oh my gosh.
And they made Indiana Jones and Star Wars canon with that artifact.
That's right, because it's a Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Well, what's the thing you were telling me the other day? The joke. It's like Lucas didn't actually write Star Wars.
Okay.
Like he was in a it's a joke. It's not.
Oh,
like
okay. I was like, what?
It's like he
yeah,
wrote
yeah.
it based on like running into
Yeah,
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So
Oh
it
my
was like
gosh.
Ewan McGregor. So what happened was when Ewan McGregor dies in the original Star Wars, when Darth Vader hits him and he disappears,
Yeah.
he doesn't actually die. He transfers across the galaxy and then meets George Lucas in a bar in Dominican Republic and tells him this entire story in which George Lucas wrote the movies based off
Oh
that.
my god. So this
And
is gonna happen.
but that's actually like a quote from George Lucas.
That's hilarious. Hey man, that's a great way of looking at it. That's a great way of looking
Because
at
it's
it.
a long time ago in a far
Galaxy
away.
far, far away.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, like watching the like the documentaries of like the behind the scenes of Star Wars, and like George Lucas actually just has a really good sense of humor.
Oh yeah.
And like
Yeah.
just like I mean, when you think about like the first movie, and he's like, I don't know, I kind of want droids to like be random objects that just kind of go around in the background of the movie.
Funny
like
thing
the
is,
trash cans.
you
And,
saying
like, stuff
that,
like that.
there was a documentary I watched because it was George Lucas, Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg, and Francis Ford Coppola. They were they're friends all together,
Okay.
and they were all making movies themselves that were trying to push the envelope in their own way because they were all
Right.
nerds, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all movie.
They're all movie nerds, so they all wanted to do that thing, and with George Lucas saying what he wanted to do, they were all for it. Like everyone told him, no, and because Spielberg helped out on the first.
But it
movies,
was like the
didn't he?
movie nerds who were like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's why they've done so well for themselves because they actually didn't listen.
They like broke the chains of like what you
Right.
could do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the funny thing is, George Lucas, like getting into movies, he's originally a tradesman,
That's
and like his buddy was going to college, and you had to write an entrance like exam to like even get in.
yeah.
And George Lucas just went with him for the road trip and wrote the exam for shits and giggles, like paid the fee, and like his buddy didn't get in, and he did.
Wow.
and just took off from there.
Wow.
And then like yeah, he had Star Wars written for a while, I think, and then like no one wanted anything to do with it, so he had to prove himself. So he ended
Okay.
up doing like American Graffiti,
Right.
Oh.
That was him.
yeah, which had Harrison Ford in it,
Yeah,
like a
he
young
was, like,
Harrison
the
Ford, and like that
race
kind of
for-
Is that only him? Is it just him, or is it Spielberg too?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a Lucasfilm. You have to
So
Google.
I
it.
want to fact check
But
now
it's-
because I'm going to listen to this after. I'm like, no.
Yeah, but I don't know the exact
No,
details
don't
on
worry,
it, but
don't
it's
worry.
pretty much that's the movie that got him the following and the funding to be able to produce what he wanted to do.
He had to like basically self-fund by making other movies. So like
See,
They-
director George Lucas and produced by Francis Ford Coppola.
There you go.
So they talk
Yeah.
about
They're
it.
all
in
the friends. That's what
They
it
talk
was.
about it in the documentary Galaxy of Dreams, and it's a really good like sort of like opening up into like how he got to where he was, because it's like you were saying, it's like I don't know, it's like, oh, you want to make this like science which wasn't like a term, I guess, at the
Science
time.
fiction. Yeah, no,
which
it was
became the basis for all science fiction.
Yeah, and it
true.
was like-
No, yeah.
And it's even funny, like, because they show in Galaxy of Dreams, like, all the original artwork for all the characters. Like,
Yep.
like Luke Skywalker was originally, like, Luke Starkiller. And,
Oh.
like, stuff like that. And just, like,
Yeah.
they take a deep dive, and it's just, like, shows him, like... And a bunch of other directors were saying, like, honestly, he made that movie at the perfect time.
Sure.
Because, like, if he made it too late, people probably wouldn't have adapted to it. And if they
Mhm.
made it too early, it just wouldn't have made sense.
Well, you think of it at the time that comes out, and I can't remember when it was.
Wasn't it like
probably-
the Vietnam War or something?
Oh no. Star Wars was in the 70s, right? Like
Yeah.
late 70s, early 80s. But then at the time then Stanley Kubrick after did 2001 Space Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
So it was opening the doors for like the
Yeah.
futuristic kind of stuff, right?
Sorry.
That is not me for once. Thank you.
That's me.
My phone's dead.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny, that movie, like, obviously if we watch it now, we just are gonna kind of laugh at it.
Oh,
but
sure.
then I was watching is it Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's like, I'm not gonna say it's the same movie. It's not. But like, it's so similar.
Mhm.
Like, have you guys seen that movie Interstellar?
Yeah.
No, honestly, I haven't.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it, but basically, like, he reaches, like, the end of the movie, he reaches like being able to be within the fourth dimension, which is like like manipulating time,
Right.
and like it's just like the way the way they showed it, the way it was like done on video for people to witness.
Yep.
Like, it was so impressive. Like,
Yeah.
not that I could ever not
Just
that
made me
anyone
think
can
of
ever
something.
perceive.
I'm gonna go off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
That's no problem. But
Okay.
the way that like you would imagine perceiving the fourth dimension is obviously impossible,
Right.
Because we don't know.
Yep.
But the way they did it in the movie was just like so impressive. I was like,
Yeah.
how the fuck
It's
did
one of
somebody
those.
think of
It's one of
this?
those movies where like I don't know if I want to tell the person research it before you watch it,
Right.
or watch it and then research it afterwards.
Because I think they had scientists help them out. Like,
Yeah. Well, no, there's like stuff like
For Interstellar?
yeah.
yeah. No,
Oh, okay.
there's like stuff like it's
They
not.
took a whole bunch of different theories and sort of meshed
Yeah,
them.
and
they were
not that
like,
Oh,
not that
okay.
it'll apply to you watching, but like it'll be like music tones in the background
Yep.
are applying to how time is happening in other places.
Hmm.
So I think like one of the scenes, like I'll just give you one.
So there's a
scene.
whole
So
sub-psychology thing
there's
to
like
it.
a weird like bump in like one of the scenes,
Yep.
and every time that happens, it happens every like 7.5 seconds, but that's like one day on like another planet kind of thing.
Cool.
So there's a lot of references to how time is transferring while other people are doing other stuff.
yeah, it's,
and,
it's
like-
fucking
that,
crazy.
That sure that opens the wormhole of like us going around the sun takes 20 like the rotation 24 hours, blah blah blah. What it actually would be in said galaxy, this galaxy, blah.
yeah,
blah,
well,
blah,
it's
that,
even
right?
like one time Mike and I were talking about the different planets, and like Mars's year is like
yes, I remember you guys.
200 and something days, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it depends on how quickly you go around.
Yeah.
Now,
Go on your tangent
just
there.
what was the movie with Bradley Cooper and De Niro that was the pill you get to unlock your brain?
Oh, Limitless.
Limitless.
There's
Okay,
a TV
'cause
series about it too.
I
Yeah.
just heard
I haven't-
today.
Is that good?
I heard today.
For a TV series based on what that was, it was good because Bradley Cooper is actually in it.
Oh, is it? Okay,
cool.
Cool.
Because I heard today on the news. No, it wasn't the news. It was funny thing is it was the radio station I listened to. It was news section of it.
Sure.
Pfizer is coming out with a new pill. It was to help constipation. First off,
Okay.
but then it actually helps you retain your memory for a week.
That's crazy.
So like,
Interesting.
and I thought to myself, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of Limitless. It unlocks, like, not technically unlocks your brain, but like, apparently you're able to for a week at a time. If you were to take this pill, you could retain more information. You actually have more focus,
Well,
attention span, this and that. And the whole joke of the
Okay, I got something for you.
of the part of the guy reading it was like, I don't believe that because really all it is after you take this pill, you're gonna be on the toilet reading for the whole time.
So I got,
But like,
I got you one that's in the same sort of realm, but almost the opposite to it. And it
Okay.
was Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about what's the movie with Scarlett Johansson where she like
Lucy.
So
Great movie.
even Neil was like, it's a fantastic movie,
Yeah.
right.
but
Yeah.
there's no facts behind it. Like
No,
the idea
I
that
get
the
it.
concept of
That you-
humans being able to access 10% of their brain is completely fiction.
Right.
Mhm.
And he said he even like sourced it back to the original person who quoted it.
Yep.
Because it was like a misquote. It's like, I forget what the quote is. I'm gonna pretend to remember, but it's something like, in a certain state of mind, like, the average human is able to like remember like, I don't know, 10% of their memories or something. I'll have to pull it up. He was talking. It was on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was one of the episodes of Joe Rogan. It's a 3-hour episode because when he gets in there with Joe Rogan, like they talk for so long, and like honestly, those are probably the best Joe Rogan episodes.
Oh, I love them.
Between
Okay.
him and Elon Musk, and
Yeah.
like I forget who the other
When
scientist.
Neil deGrasse Tyson explained hockey skates. Holy shit!
Yeah, that blew me away.
Yeah,
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get onto that. Do your thing though.
No, no,
No, I was just gonna say, so like that whole concept of like
Sorry,
using
me
10% of
banging.
your brain. No, it's fine. It doesn't actually pay that much after I do like the filter on it.
Thank you.
It's like so fiction, but he's like, if that was real,
Yeah.
the way they depicted it was actually brilliant.
Okay.
But like he's like, but the idea of someone able to manipulate things using more than 10% of their brain, like
Yeah.
change their hair color stuff, is like absolutely nonsense. But like,
go invisible.
yeah, like or like manipulate technology and all that. He's like, you can't do that. But he's like, but let's say that they were accurate on like the 10% thing. Let's say that was true.
Well, let's
then like if you were to
let's
expand
just,
on that, it is a cool way to.
let's go interview some Mongolian monks, okay? Because they can levitate, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever saw that one on like America's
Yeah.
Got Talent or
Well,
whatever?
even
Boom, floating.
but
Ever seen
even
that one? You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Oh, there's like this Mongolian monk
I'm-
guy who was like on America's Got Talent, and he just did like this whole fucking like ordeal. It was like spinning like the utensil on the top of a pot, making the noises, and doing this whole thing. And at the end of like the skit, he grabs onto his like staff
Yeah.
and crosses his legs while he's floating in the air.
Yeah.
And like everyone has been able to replicate it. All it is that staff is anchored to a base,
Yeah.
which is anchored to a little
He's
platform he sits on, and he just crosses his legs, and he's
Right.
sitting on like a.
Oh,
Anyways,
Shaolin monks, though, not Mongolian. They're something else, but we won't go into that because that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
different.
Go on.
But
You had
no,
something to
on
say.
that Pfizer pill thing.
Yeah.
Like, and while we're bringing Joe Rogan into this, there's that mushroom pill. He talks about it all the time, whatever that company is. Either way, it's for memory and like memory retention.
I've seen
and-
he does advertisements for it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen that before. Yeah.
And I've taken that. It was your old lead singer, female guitar player.
right.
That like introduced me to that, and like I have found different brands and everything, not so much the one Joe Rogan advertises, but like I'll give it credit. They have figured something out, because like I can't take it for weeks on end because I think like it loses. I don't know if it's placebo either. Like I'm
True.
not gonna speak for
That
it.
it's just
Yeah, you're not selling it here.
It's just
Yeah,
POS, eh?
Yeah. But
You're talking about your own experience.
yeah,
not,
like I
not
can't
objective.
take it like every day, because like I don't know, I find the effect fades.
Yeah.
But like if I'm like, okay, I've got a lot to do today, and I'm able to take this, like mental awareness, memory recall, and everything is definitely heightened.
Was it you that
For
sent me the
me.
video of like the brain cells trying to like contact each other?
Yes, that's another Reddit thing.
Okay,
That
now,
was whack.
So
Sorry, go.
but
go.
like,
you go,
yeah,
you go,
no,
you go.
yeah, no, we were like, I remember just like the first day she cracked this pill bottle, like, don't know what I'm taking, whatever, go to work. Like it could have been anything at this point, but it's like, this will help you at work, and I'm like, okay. And then got to work and like cracked down. Like it was like I knew numbers, dates,
But see,
everything, and like
you,
anyone that knows me, like I'm not a dumb individual, but I
No,
also,
you're
but
He's
no,
dumb
but
as shit, dog.
no,
No.
but like when it comes to like, unlike
I get what you're saying,
yeah, when it
but
comes
at the
to
same
like,
time, when
general
you
work
said
stuff
the
and stuff I'm generally uninterested in. Not that I hate my job, but like,
you love your job. Come on.
no, I do like my job, but like
See how he said like, not love.
Let him finish.
I know.
now you got me off. Yeah, okay. Either way, but like I don't know, work in general, like doesn't matter what it is. As soon as you call it work, uninterested.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that's just
Got it.
so
No,
like
no, for sure.
so for me to be that active and mentally aware, like fully functioning at a place that I would label work,
Yep.
it definitely worked.
Just to jump into that, now you said a placebo pill. Do you ever remember watching the movie with Samuel L. Jackson, Formula 51 or 51st State?
That I don't remember.
Okay, so he is basically, not kind of spoiler this and that, he's a pharmaceutical genius in a sense that he goes to school to be a pharmacist,
Okay.
but he loves pot way too much. So on the day he graduates with honors, he gets a DUI for smoking too much pot.
Okay.
Then turns to becoming a pharmacist, turns to becoming a renowned drug dealer.
Mhm.
And now all of a sudden, then it's the fact that he says he has deemed that he has found the formula to make a drug that is 51 times higher than cocaine, ecstasy, blah, 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 blah. And it's just in this little pill. So all these drug dealers are in the world are trying to get to him.
Okay.
It ends up, it's a placebo. Every single thing that you put into this drug cancels each other out. So
Right.
it's all because he calls it POS 51.
Yeah.
Power of Suggestion 51.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say piece of shit.
No, power of Suggestion 51. So everything, basically, they bring it to a rave, and everyone's having the time of their lives.
Yeah.
Because they think they're high as shit. But really, it's just the fact that they think they're high.
Well, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like they've done
100%.
experiments.
No,
where
but
they...
and that's when
Have you ever been to a high school party?
Yeah, right.
Well, just when you're saying that,
being
it
sold
reminded me,
like Grass's pot
it
or something. I don't know. I'm making that up, but
here's some oregano, man.
yeah.
No,
Well,
it
like,
just reminded me of that. That's
Or
why.
like one kid that's never tried booze before and takes a single sip.
Yeah,
and
and
it's
he's
just
just dancing like crazy. Well, there's like studies that have been done where they take like 50 people, 2 groups of 50 people, and they give all of them a pill, and they tell all of them that it's the drug that they're testing.
Yep.
But they don't tell which group is getting the placebo and which group is not.
So it's
and
just
it's
basically
like,
on the reactions of the group and this and that.
yeah, I don't remember the exact number.
No, I get what
but
you're
it's
saying.
like 95 to 99% of them
will
act like the high group.
will react to it being yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So like what you're saying is like Joe Rogan does put his name on it, so like I'm sure that there's some credibility there because he's too big of a name to like
he
lose
also
his credibility.
does a lot of things.
Wow.
But you know, it's like
Yeah.
there must be some truth to it because like so I mentioned that video you showed me earlier, but like you watch there's like a video of like on a microscope
It's a cell tray.
Okay.
of
And
like
there's
brain cells
Yeah.
like making connections to each other and like to other ones, and just like these little cells jumping from each other to another one.
So it's being charged with electrodes in a sense.
No,
it's like-
they're just living brain cells.
Oh,
And picture it like
because I thought there'd still have to be
Picture
some
it
sort of
looking
electricity
like-
for it to work.
No, it's like normally working.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're like picture. It looks like Venom, but like the middle of them glow.
Yeah.
Like, it's
so
like
when
a-
they hit
it's
each
like a
other, it's like
s-
there's
it's
a
like-
charge that goes off.
Yeah, it's like a star.
Interesting. Okay.
It's like a weird Venom, like symbiote gel-looking starfish
Yeah,
with
yeah.
like a glowing center at the middle. I
Yep.
guess where the actual cell itself
Or the
is.
neutron or whatever.
Yeah,
nucleus
and they're
is.
just going, and these things touch, and like the whole strand where they touch and everything just lights up, and it's
Oh,
like
cool.
all these trippy little alien-looking starfish things, like
Yeah,
making
it's-
connection and trying to reach each other.
Yeah,
Huh.
they're like
And-
they're literally looking for the ones
They,
that make
like-
the connection. It's
Like,
fucking weird.
not that I'm an expert in that topic, but like the way they are moving,
Yeah.
like they are looking for, like they are aware that
Like-
each other are there.
The way they're moving, the best thing I can give you an example of is like think of when you're at a party where there's a lot of people.
Yep.
And you're like trying to navigate to your one friend across the party, but on the way,
Yeah.
you keep stopping to other groups.
Yeah, that's his
These-
house parties.
Yeah.
These cells are
Trying to
doing,
find Matt, but I find everyone else.
these cells are doing exactly that.
Yeah.
And they're kind of realizing that those are the groups that they're not looking for.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
And then
Okay.
they finally connect to the one, and there's like this charge, like he was saying.
yeah, yeah.
And then they do the thing, break off, and then they go repeat
Oh,
the
I
pattern.
thought you were gonna say
Yes.
they stick with them for 30 minutes, talk about life.
No,
you
no,
know,
no.
And then go
It's
to the
real-
next one.
it's real
And then-
quick.
Yeah,
It's like real quick. It's like, hey Matt, let's do a shot. Okay,
well, it's
shot
weird. There's
done.
like
leave.
there's like a little, like if you look at it, there's like a strand that stays there. So
Yeah.
they're always connected after that, but they're like fully active, going off in their own direction.
so
Like,
weird.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We've,
This is all big brain stuff.
We've
Big brain
definitely gone somewhere else on this one.
But I will say, like, going just to circle back.
yeah.
Um,
no, go ahead.
Watch Interstellar.
Okay.
I like. You forgot where we were.
Yeah.
I know we went down a wormhole of.
Tangents
Brains.
are good. Tangents are good.
I love it.
No. I
We could get on
just
here more.
because we were talking. The reason we got there is because of like that.
I love how
Well, you
our
could've-
conversations
you
are a
could've-
lot
no,
more
you could've said-
intelligent.
You could have said Interstellar or whatever that Leo DiCaprio movie is about dreams. Like any of those.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that-
Inception.
No,
No,
but
it's
that
not even
one's
going
just
to. The,
weird. That's
no,
just
no,
that's
crazy.
but
great.
any of those.
I've actually had an Inception dream before.
But any of those trippy.
Not gonna
any
lie.
of those trippy.
Tell me what
ants-
drugs you're on. I want them.
Yeah.
It's that
No.
cyanide pill he's got.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, because you know what? Honestly,
That's a
I've had
bigger physical.
I've had the dream before that I'm sleeping, wake up, my pager goes off, I go to a fire call, I wake up and there's nothing
This guy's
happened
got the
before.
big dick energy of being a firefighter.
I know. I have had the dream where I wake up in my own room and then I wake up again. I'll give
Oh
him
yeah,
that.
no, I've
Give
had
him
that. Like I've had it that I've gotten like in my dream, I've gotten up, gotten fully dressed, ran out the door, and then I wake up the next morning like, what the fuck?
I know what you're talking about. I do. I don't have an example of like when it's happened to me, but there are times where I've like panic woken up in the morning and I'm like, how did I fall back to sleep? I was already ready for work.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
no, you're still in your underwear, bro. Like you
Yeah.
have your lights are off. You haven't been out of bed. Like,
No.
you still have to pee. Like you haven't knocked onto the washroom.
Mhm.
Your teeth are still dirty. Like
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
get what you
no.
mean.
My dreams where that happen, it's not like prolonged. It's like I sit up in the dream and then like I immediately like sit up again, like just in
Yeah.
real life.
wait, did I just do it? It's like deja vu.
Yeah, but like immediately.
The fuck was that?
Yeah, no thanks.
But yeah, that was
Like-
full circle.
Yeah,
It's all right. I'm okay
but,
with that.
no,
It's-
but you
it's
could
a
have
lot of
listened. You
interesting
could no, you
topics.
could have listened off Inception, Interstellar, just any trippy movie like that.
No.
At the end of that whole conversation,
Yeah,
where like,
I know what you
where
mean.
it
I know
like
what you mean.
migrates from placebo drugs to brain cells touching, and then like you could have listed
Back,
up any
watch this
trippy
movie.
Like, yeah, you got to watch Dazed and Confused, man. Like,
That's a that's a great movie.
Fear loathing.
yeah,
Another great
It's just-
movie.
Nah, but I do have to say that. So because we were talking about the space movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, Interstellar is like just excellent.
Yeah.
I think I should watch it again
And
now
if
that I'm talking
anyone
about it.
hasn't watched Star Wars, I don't care if you're a nerd or not. Pop culture references alone.
Myke gets
watch
so
it.
mad at me all the time now because like you always talk about Star Wars. I'm like, yeah, well, you don't talk about anything else,
I
bro.
have to say no. When we were at Dick's birthday,
Mm-hmm.
me and the girlfriend were talking about it the next day. She goes, "I just love Matt. You look at him. He looks kind of jockey, this and that. Then he really unloads, and you're like, wow, you're a nerd."
Yeah.
And like, because
Yeah,
she
yeah.
knows you, but like, you went off for like 5 minutes, just the rabbit hole of like Clone Wars, this and that. And the funniest thing
Yeah.
is, she's a teacher, so she remembers shit that she was like saying. And like, I got pretty drunk that night, so I don't remember shit. And she started like literally saying every single like show you were talking about, and going, well, this does this. I'm like you gotta calm down.
like she retained it all.
She retained
No,
everything he
100%,
said.
yeah.
Like, I give her
I'm
credit. She's
slowly
really
chipping
good.
away at Remi's
That may
girlfriend.
not be good
For her,
for you.
for me, no.
Yeah.
Because
For her,
every time you're like, no, that didn't happen, honey, and she's like, no, it did because I remember this exact moment.
At,
Oh,
at the same time, though, I'm gonna throw her under the bus. Though she's like perfect example. A mutual friend, or her friend, a person I know, just had a baby last night, and she goes, "Oh yeah, so we talked about like, remember what we said about the name was gonna be?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "Well, we talked about it's like
Oh,
a
she has
Patrick
her
Swayze."
own conversation.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I in my head I'm going, as she's giving me these clues, I'm like, I understand what movie we're going to and what it is, but I still don't remember this conversation.
yeah,
And I'm like, no, this did not happen unless I was half asleep in bed.
yeah.
You told me this?
Yeah.
My girlfriend does
Not
that
a
too.
clue.
Also,
Yeah,
little
she does that a
beknownst to
lot.
Remy. I know I'm never gonna get through to Remy, so I'm
For
just
what?
chipping away at his girlfriend, and one day he'll be as nerdy as Star Wars.
Hey man, you know, no, I nerd out on other things though. Honestly, I
Yeah, but
I
it's
go
not
to-
Star Wars.
know,
You got homework.
Yeah,
I know, but
Watch
you know,
every
I'm-
space movie that ever existed after this
hey,
podcast.
I like Marvel and I like Supernatural. Okay, so those are the two things. The two things I nerd
I've never
out
watched
on.
Supernatural.
Neither
It's
have
a
I.
great show.
All I know is there's conventions and they're full of women.
It's a great
Based
show.
off
Supernatural.
Based off one of our coworkers, like she goes to
I agree with that.
supernatural conventions,
Okay.
and there is flocks of people,
Yep,
mainly women,
yep,
Okay.
that go just for the main characters.
yep. Jensen
Interesting.
Ackles and Jared Padalecki.
Why are they
For
like
sure.
good-looking guys?
Oh, it's, you know what?
They're like the good looking, but
The way
also
you say that sounds like they're average.
No,
well,
it-
no, they're like
they
that's
are.
exactly the
They're-
point I was getting to. Like they're very attractive guys, but they're on the cusp of being the most average looking, good looking people.
yeah.
Got it.
But it's
Like-
it's just their characters. That's what it is. That's what honestly what it is. What they go for. It's their character.
The character chemistry on the show is well written and well played.
It's so
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
15 seasons.
Yeah.
End of this
15 seasons.
15.
Yeah.
I'm on season 8.
Never watched an episode of my life.
Neither
It's
have I.
great.
That sounds like
I
a
w-
big commitment.
They
though.
drive a cool car.
67 Impala, 4-door,
Yeah.
SS.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not bad. But,
Anyway.
yeah, no, it's
Sorry.
it's been going
That's
going
good.
long enough that they don't need Comic-Con anymore. Like
No, they
just,
don't. But they
They
go
have like
there.
a really
they
dedicated.
they
fan
go there.
base.
They have
Oh,
a huge
there
dedicated
is
fan base, and
just,
they are dedicated to their fans.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
So they like make sure that they do a lot of fan pleasing in their.
Oh
writing.
yeah.
there's
Oh,
just
yeah.
supernatural conventions.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Well, they'll go to Comic Con and like just.
Overload it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like our boss went to Hawaii. Our coworker that's a fan went to Hawaii prior
For
the convention.
wow.
Really?
Partly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even think I'm that dedicated to Star Wars,
Yeah.
bro.
I know I'm not that dedicated to Star Wars, but if there's a convention local, you better believe I'm probably paying out the ass if there's anyone
Sure.
recognizable in Star Wars.
Local.
Yeah.
Local.
Being like Michigan at most.
The country.
Like that's out of the country,
I
but
know.
good math.
Yeah, like if
I
it's
mean,
like,
geography.
I'm saying for us local, I'm like
Geometry.
anywhere in
like
the country. but he
like
said- he
northern
says-
states and like maybe like a 5-hour drive at most. Canada was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually like thought it was really cool the first time I heard of what's called the 501st. I don't know if I ever told you. It's-
Ooh, yeah.
Long
I think
story
I've-
short,
I
it's
think I've
just-
heard it on the
Yeah,
podcast.
long story short, it's just like this Star Wars group in
Yeah,
real
the
life
ones that do
does
the Star Troopers, right?
costumes. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do costumes
Yeah.
and they go like do events, or you can hire them to do like if you were getting married and you
the
wanted
weddings
to like
and then
yeah, you could have like the stormtroopers lead you down the aisle.
Yeah.
Which, like,
honestly,
dope.
Oh,
Like,
I
I
get
would
it.
remember
so do
one of
that.
the first fan expos I went to, there was a Darth Vader contest. So whoever had the best Darth Vader contest
Costume.
costume, yeah.
suit.
Whoever had the best suit, voice, and like the way you carried yourself
Right.
in the costume, like had a portion of it, right? Like there was a whole, I don't know, you just had to be the best Darth Vader. So the winner got to march the 501st through the Toronto Convention Center.
Oh shit.
And like it was like they played the anthem like over the speakers, like the whole PA system in the
I'm
convention
getting
center.
chills.
And like I remember watching this guy live his best day ever
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
as the whole building shook
Sure.
as the march of like hundreds
Yeah,
of
that'd be-
stormtroopers led
Yeah.
by one individual Darth Vader
That would be so
Right.
dope.
like down like the main hallway and out the doors of the convention center. It was awesome.
I believe it.
So what I was gonna get to,
Yeah.
probably not the same level of experience, but so in the show The Mandalorian that was on Disney Plus,
Mhm.
they needed a bunch of stormtroopers to do this one scene. There's like 50 to 100 of them.
Yep.
So they literally just said, "Fuck it, let's send an email to the 501st,"
Yeah.
and like basically the 501st sent an email to all of their like stormtrooper. Like, because you register into it as like what costume you're gonna be a part of.
Also, it's not just stormtroopers.
No,
it's any character.
it's-
Oh,
Any
okay.
character on the dark side,
Oh, okay.
or like
Gotcha.
including like whatever, anything
And
that's
the
not
Empire.
anything that's
Yeah.
not like the good side.
The
Gotcha.
two most popular
gangsters
divisions
as well.
are bounty hunters, so you look Mandalorian-esque,
Yep.
or stormtroopers.
Yeah.
But to join stormtrooper section,
Yep.
your costume has to be up to movie quality.
Well, that's
Wow.
all of them. That's all the factions.
yeah, all the factions in general,
They're-
but stormtrooper at their highest regard because that's their biggest.
And you get to
most
miss every
popular-
target.
Yeah.
Or 60%, whatever it is.
So
You've
anyways,
said it a bunch of times. I don't know. I can't remember what it is.
so anyways, they reached out to them,
Yeah.
and they were like, okay, we need like X amount of people to show up to this.
Yep.
They didn't tell them why either, which was like kind of the craziest part to me. And they're like, go to this place, go to this location, we need stormtroopers.
Yep.
Whatever. And these guys showed up, didn't know anything until like they walked them onto the set.
Yeah.
And apparently like, and these are like, I would say they're grown men. I'm not talking like our age.
No,
I'm
no, no.
talking,
In their 40s.
like, no, I'm talking like 50-year-olds.
Oh, wow.
Like
Dudes
white
that have
hair.
been building a stormtrooper costume doing
Like,
movie quality.
these guys have
since
been
day
fans
one.
since the first movie came out.
Right.
Like, so
Yeah.
like that is like just shy of like 40, 50 years ago.
Yep.
And these guys were like sitting there like being interviewed like, did you know what you're doing? No. Like, how do you feel? And like, this is the best thing that has ever happened
Yeah,
in my life.
these are grown
Oh,
men
yeah.
crying in a stormtrooper.
And they
outfit.
They
got-
left their bodies.
and they're all on screen. There's like 50 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
next level. And when I heard about that, I was like, so I still haven't done it because I've been slacking, but I want to make like a costume.
Right.
Yeah.
If that ever,
You'll
like,
be
an opportunity
the tallest
arises.
stormtrooper.
well, that's what I was saying, right? Like, I'm
Aren't
like,
you a little short for a stormtrooper? That's the line. That's the Princess
That is
Leia
the
line when
line.
Luke walks into the jail cell.
Yeah.
So you could be the too tall one.
yeah, and I'll make sure I hit my head. There's
Yeah.
like there's a running
Oh.
joke in like pretty much every version of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like the cartoons,
So
TV
since
shows,
the
whatever.
yeah,
There's always been like, so I forget which movie it was.
I think it's the so episode 4
Yeah.
when
before they
you're
go
when you're
into-
experiencing the trash compactor scene
Yeah.
and Luke's
Oh, yeah,
trying to
yeah.
radio C3PO. There's the door opens and stormtroopers rush into the room. I think it's like the second or the third guy
hits his head.
hits
like,
his head off
domes
the, off
right
the
off
door.
the
Yeah,
door.
I know that
And,
part.
like,
Yeah.
they edited nothing out. You hear it just clunk.
Yeah.
Like,
So like in every
is.
series since then, they've
They've
made
done-
a point
to do that.
like
Yeah.
to have a form of trooper
Hit their
hit
head.
their head off of something.
Wow.
And I remember I
Mhm.
started catching it too. I've even sent them to Matt. I'm like, holy shit, this is it. Like in
There it is.
in the new series, what's it called again? Bad Batch.
Bad
Like
Batch.
it
Okay.
happens once, and I was like, holy shit, there it is. Like it's like
Yeah.
an Easter egg that everyone just looks for now.
Right.
And they keep trying to like hide it in different places, but like people obviously
But
catch
it's,
it.
No, they're watching for it,
It's
right?
just as obvious as the scream. What's that scream from?
Ah! Yeah.
The one that's in every single movie. That's now just a meme.
It's actually just it. I remember I
What's it
started
called?
watching it.
What's it-
There's a certain type of scream.
It's from
Like
the
in any
Deliverance
random movie?
Deliverance scream. It's
Yeah.
the Deliverance. No, a guy is in the movie Deliverance. A guy.
Is it?
just-
No, it's from before that.
Is it, are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Either way, there's. I think it's Deliverance. A guy
But like
gets
if a stormtrooper gets thrown off somewhere, you hear that.
the one.
that.
Yeah,
Is
you'll-
that the same scream?
It's in like every movie ever.
Oh, okay.
Like ever. Like if there's a group of people and a bunch of them die, I can guarantee you this scream.
So now I gotta watch
It's
out
the
for this.
it's the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, can you play it? I don't know
Play
if
the
it
From
actual
1951.
1951. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, so the Wilhelm scream.
Make sure your
You'll-
speaker's close to the mic.
I know. If an ad. That one.
Oh,
It's literally in every movie.
That's really
ever.
familiar.
Yeah, no, you'll
So we do
hear
it again.
it.
We do it again. We do it again. So
And,
that
like,
one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
If
familiar.
someone gets thrown off a
And
ledge.
You know why
or
it's
a
familiar? Because
stormtrooper.
it's in every,
Every movie
movie
ever.
ever.
They
Yeah.
use it everywhere.
And
But if you
Star
never
Wa-
pointed that out, I
no,
would
but
have
like
known.
Star Wars Deliverance, it's in Deliverance. The guy that gets eaten by the crocodile in the middle of the river, like just before the dueling banjos. I'm pretty sure.
I love Easter
but-
eggs like this.
No, this is like the movie.
It's the quintessential scream.
This
That
is
is
the original
the Easter
meme
egg.
from like movie producing
Yeah.
ever. Like, is that this scream is just
Yeah.
in the
So
movie.
from
It's like how
90
all small businesses use Ben sounds for their like videos,
yeah.
which is like the basic like non-royalty.
No, like if you're
Right.
producing a movie, it's like okay, sounds good, graphic quality's good, Wilhelm scream.
So like you can have,
Lighting's good.
you
on,
can have,
yeah,
you can have,
like
you can have like a multi-million-dollar production, and all of a sudden, boom, you got to throw that in somewhere.
Yeah,
Right.
Like any like
Yeah,
any
no.
movie.
As you played it, I was like, oh, I totally recognize that from.
'Cause,
I don't
like,
know what.
For
but
sure, you
obviously
remember it in the
anything.
older movies. Yeah, you can, but then they do bring it in like newer movies still. They'll still use
every
it.
Star Wars movie, I promise you, it's in there.
So now
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
start watching movies and be like, "Fuck, there it is!"
it's the
Like,
Yeah.
Wilhelm scream. It's
you know
in
that
everything.
meme with like DiCaprio, that one, or
Yeah.
like I've seen this. Also, I finally watched the movie that's from.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I just
Great
finally watched
movie.
it, and I was so confused
Oh,
up until the end, and I was like, "Oh!" And I remember my parents watched it, and they're like, "I don't understand the premise of it," and I was like, "Well, it seems too obvious to me." It's like he was a washed-up action actor who ended up in a real-life action film.
it's great.
That's the whole film.
It's a great thing.
It's amazing.
I love it.
Classic Quentin.
And I love like
I
the
watched it in
whole. I'm not gonna
theaters.
say anything about it, but
No.
the end scene, like the whole
Last
fight
10
scene
minutes.
is
Last
just
10 minutes.
fucking crazy.
Movie
Well,
props.
that's every
Movie props.
I know-
every Quentin Tarantino
I know.
movie ever. The last like half an hour.
I
is
know, but it's just like I
bonkers.
was like not expecting it because you, even though you should be,
Oh yeah.
and I was like,
yeah.
oh, like shit's about to go down. Oh, that's a lot of shit.
Oh no.
That's a heap of shit.
You see it coming. You're like, okay. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Muppets movie when they like are doing a fight scene and then it cuts to the boardroom and it's like forever like I don't know, it's like a weird segue in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, so Miss Piggy's gonna fight this person. To produce this scene, we've brought in Quentin Tarantino. And it's
Yes.
like Kermit
Okay.
the
We're
Frog.
gonna get blood here. We're gonna go explosions. Lots of things going on. I remember.
Yeah, and they go through like
No, I don't know
5
this.
different versions of how the scene
Yeah.
could
There's
play
different
out. And then
cutscenes
Quint-
of it.
Yeah,
Right.
the Quentin Tarantino, like they don't show any of the scenes, but they just show Quentin going over his ideas and Kermit the Frog being like, those are too violent. And then
Yeah.
it's like at the end he's like, Miss Piggy runs and jumps and kicks her in the face. And they're like, yeah. Like-
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
And
hilarious.
it's just like, it was, I don't know, it was just for the parents, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
for
was
sure,
just
for
like-
sure.
Yeah, and
Still.
it was hilarious. I watched it. It's just the first Muppets the movie.
Okay.
But it was like early 2000s, late
Yep.
90s.
Yep.
One of the like, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the Muppets movie.
Was it Muppets from Space?
Yes.
Muppets from Space.
Yes, because it's Gonzo.
Yeah.
It's the Gonzo story.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Gonzo story. Yeah,
Okay,
and
okay.
like he goes like graphic. He's like, he's gonna take a hatchet and hit her in the head, and like blood's gonna fly everywhere, and he's
And then
verbally
there's Kermit
saying,
going, oh!
yeah, and it was like the early 2000s, late 90s when you could get away with
That kind of
like
stuff.
saying that
Sure.
without parents
It's great.
like throwing their arms up in the
Yeah,
air.
without tantrums.
Yeah, and then he finishes on the point that Miss Piggy's just gonna run
'Cause
and
at
like
that
Bruce
point,
Lee
he's
kick
just-
her in the face.
Just coming out with Kill Bill, basically.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
oh
okay.
yeah.
Was that like a promo form kind of thing? Or
I don't know if it would have been.
I think he was just notorious as Quentin Tarantino at the time already.
Still, my favorite movie is Quentin Tarantino movie. Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction.
Yeah.
Favorite
Yeah.
movie in the world.
Have you ever watched it in order? Part of me wants to.
I
But I
actually
feel like it
honestly
might
haven't
ruin
watched
it.
every single one of them in order. I haven't done it yet. I want to.
I just kind of want to watch that in chronological. No, I mean the movie itself in chronological order.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
I just
Because it happens at separate times and they're flipping back and forth.
yeah, I know. I just
kinda wanna-
watch it, rewatch it, and I find little Easter eggs in the movie.
I kinda
there's
wanna
edits.
watch
There's
it.
edits where people have re-edited the movie, so it's in
Oh.
chronological.
No, I had
order
to
the
know
whole
that.
I
way through.
haven't done it, but I want to. But I'm afraid it's gonna ruin it because it'll be shit. But I
Mm.
also think it might be cool. But it's like I don't even know if I want to take that chance. It's been something that's
Right.
like been hanging
See,
over
I
me
thought you
for
were
a
talking
long
about
time.
actually watching Tarantino movies
Oh,
in
like
order.
all 8 or 9 of them, I guess now.
because Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction actually tie into each other.
Right.
Same universe.
It's
Right,
the same
right,
because
right.
one of them is the brother of the other person. There's
Yeah.
not- yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like it would be really cool or really bad, and I don't want to know either way.
Mm.
But I still like it hangs over me. I'm like, should I do it? Like, should I just fucking do it one day, or like leave it to
Yeah.
imagination?
Mm.
Because like you know it, like you've seen it, and you know what happens. But it's like
Yeah.
visually experiencing it in order might make it.
Well,
shit
it's like, well,
or
if
not.
we're, if
I
we're like,
like the way it jumps.
well,
though.
it's kind of like,
Yeah,
when
of course.
If we're gonna jump back onto Star Wars for a hot minute, like if you watch Star Wars in actual numerical order,
Yeah.
it's shit.
Kind
Because
of.
well, kind of shit. Because like you watch Darth
not
Vader
as
become
good.
Darth Vader, and then the cinematic reveal for Vader being Luke's father is ruined, and then
Yeah.
you're just
I get what you're
into,
saying.
Like,
It's nice to watch something and then all of a sudden have a prequel kind of thing to explain stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
not just have
So
things.
like if
go
you
to-
do the same with Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction, does it take away the surprises and all that?
For sure, exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, I think I was saying this too the other day. I was like, I kind of just sat there and went, like, holy shit, like, I'll never in my life be able to experience Star Wars again for the first time.
Mm.
Right? Like, I mean, obviously that sounds stupid when you say it aloud because it applies to every single movie or anything you experience in life,
Mhm.
no matter what. But, like, then you kind of came back to me and you were like, well, I mean, The Mandalorian kind of did that for a lot of people because they brought Luke in at the end.
Yeah, and like
And
I
it
was
just-
one of the people. I'll admit it. Like there's a guy named Star Wars Theory. He's a YouTuber who did a watch party
He's
online
also
for it.
Canadian.
Also Canadian.
Heard this in your podcast before.
Yeah.
Yeah. and
Biggest
he-
Star Wars fan on the
and
internet.
he
Yep.
cried when Luke came on screen
for a
Mhm.
long time.
it was a long time.
It was like
a long
over
time.
10
And
minutes.
Luke's supposed to be what's his name? The guy from Marvel, right? Bucky.
No, that's just who they want.
Oh,
That's
okay,
who
sorry.
the fans want it to
Oh,
be.
okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha.
But either way,
But it was
that-
actually like him.
yeah.
Oh.
They did Mark Hamill and then CGI'd
okay.
him younger.
They just they actually had him walk in. So
Oh.
they showed it afterwards. They have this TV or series
Not gonna
called
lie, I've only watched a bit of Mandalorian.
It's
so that's
okay.
why.
Yeah, it's fine,
they have
it's
this
fine.
thing called the Gallery. And
Yep.
It's just like a behind the scenes of the Mandalorian.
Mhm.
And they finally released a new season of it to like follow up with the second season of Mandalorian. And
Okay.
it just finally announces that like it was actually Mark Hamill.
Gotcha.
And like there's a nice big picture, like a wholesome picture of him holding like the baby Yoda in his arms kind
Yeah.
of
Gotcha.
thing.
and
And
like
it's just like that's another like full circle thing where it's like he's able to like, you know, his youth be Luke and then grow up and like also be old and young Luke based on the
Gotcha.
new
yeah,
trilogy
and like
Yeah.
I will admit, like I was one of the I teared up. Like I fully teared up watching
It was a
Luke
good
walk in
reveal.
that room. Yeah, like the reveal, it brought me right back to watching
Yeah.
Star Wars with
So that
my
was,
dad
like-
for the first time, and
Yep.
like your dad being like, "That's Luke Skywalker. Like he's the shit. Like he's the
Yeah.
coolest dude
That's
ever."
like the closest thing we'll ever get to like experiencing Star Wars for the first time. But
right,
you
and
still
like, but
won't.
now there's this huge trend on, well, in the Star Wars community at least,
Yeah.
but it's all the dads showing their kids and their kids doing
yeah, that's what you were telling
the
me.
kids' reactions to finding out that Vader is Luke's father, and like it's all
Yeah,
all
it's
these like
exactly
it's
what
all
it
these
is.
like 5 to like 10-year-old kids that can comprehend what's going on, just losing their minds.
Yeah.
Sure.
And there's another.
But he's bad.
And there's
Yeah.
another video. It's really wholesome. It was a guy that had been deaf. He's like a 60-year-old man, but he's been deaf, and he had ear implants and everything put in so he could hear again. And then so he only watched Star Wars with no subtitles because at the time when he was
Sure.
growing up, like
There's no closed captioning.
no closed captioning or anything, so he was able to watch Star Wars with actual audio for the first time.
I can just imagine the very beginning, how the galaxy is far, far away, and the music comes in. I could see someone tearing
that would
up.
be like
no,
euphoric.
but it
I
was
could
like
see someone tearing
he
up
had
right away.
never grasped the concept, and no one had ever explained to him
Yeah, like
what
what?
was happening the whole
For sure.
time. So he heard the line, and it's a 6-year-old man going like, "What the fuck? Are you kidding me?" Like this old man losing his shit.
I gotta
like
see
the
this.
fact that Vader is Luke's father, and it was like super wholesome and super awesome. Like all
I
at
gotta
the same
see
time.
this.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that like on YouTube or something?
Yeah, I can probably pull it up for you at some
Yeah.
point. Yeah,
God, I gotta see that. That's
Yeah.
wild.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to have kids and be like, yeah, this is like, pay attention. This is homework now. Like this is your curriculum. You're doing this.
Oh, I was waving the lightsaber around in front of the nephew. He's obsessed already.
Good.
I can see him. Oh.
Yeah, exactly what
you
it
got
was.
him hooked already.
Yeah, always nonstop.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Closing
Boys.
statements.
Oh, what is it?
this is probably one of the longest episodes ever.
Love it.
Yes, 'cause
We're
the
just
best.
shy of 3 hours.
Oh my
By
god.
the time outros are done,
Forget
and
about everything else I was going to talk about.
You had more?
No, I told you about that Netflix show. We don't have to talk about. Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
come back next week.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll see. We'll see how Mike's feeling.
yeah. Well,
Maybe
maybe
we
we'll
need-
finish it by next week. Then we can
Maybe,
full
yeah,
combo by then.
yeah,
I
for
was
sure.
gonna say maybe we need to have sub-ins depending on Mike's feeling next week.
Yeah.
But anyways, yo, thank you both for being here.
Hey,
Yeah.
Thank
Hell
you
of a
for
time.
taking Mike's seat over there.
It's really comfortable. It's really comfortable.
Is it?
we should do this again.
It's the same chair, but I'll give it to you.
Watch out, Mike.
Yeah. It's the matte ass imprint is in the seat now.
Yep.
Just go big mouth with big dick boy.
No, but always a pleasure being here.
Yeah.
It's just us hanging out, being best friends. So I'm
Yeah.
never gonna say no. So you can count on me.
Yeah, that's why I like it. It's like, I mean, there is like, I don't want to say this forced conversation because that's not the right term, but like we do, instead of having like, if we were all hanging out without
instead
a
of the-
camera and a microphone, like there might be some big pockets of silence,
Yeah.
but like it was very easy to fill those up.
Oh yeah.
Well, even then, it breaks us from our regular like, how was work? Hey, how are you?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
What do
small
you-
talk is like a waste of
Yeah,
time.
I
when it comes to this.
installed the new light in my bedroom today. Cool.
No, but literally, it's fun to like what we just did for almost 3 hours. Just deep dive into conversation
Yeah.
that we usually would never really have with each other.
And like and I don't want to say a problem in a bad way, but the problem for the sake of literally time available
Yeah.
is that we could probably just go into a deep dive of another 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
very
that's the
easily.
problem
Yeah.
Very easily. And that's a good problem to have.
for sure.
So yeah, too bad Mike wasn't here. If you actually listen to this, I don't know if you will or not, but like, sorry you weren't here, but
We had fun
Yeah.
without you.
poor guy. I hope he feels better. But anyways, yeah, I don't know if you guys care about leaving your social information.
Did it last time. Got absolutely 0 followers.
Yo,
so.
If I've been doing this for 40.
But if you
this
want,
is episode
people-
40, by the way.
Big.
I've been doing this for
4-0.
43 weeks. Haven't gained a single follower from this.
Well, if anybody wants to check me out, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, TubeSock, my gaming profile. Yeah, 2 U's. TUUBESOCK. TubeSock. Check me out. Gaming stuff, fun stuff. You'll see Dick on there, not so much Remi, but
No, it's okay.
That's where we did the racing thing.
fun convo. That's where we did the racing thing. So if you want to check that out, we'll probably send the link to Dick, and he can post it wherever you want to check it out.
YouTube edit will come soon.
YouTube edit will come soon. Yeah, just gaming and hanging out. And let me know if you end up joining my Twitch from here. Let me know that you came from here.
Fair point. That's a good point.
I want to know.
Yeah.
Matt wants
See
to
where
know.
the followers are coming from.
Tube wants to know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I want to be able to give credit to the show.
I will say, like, it is entertaining. He's definitely the more entertaining one of our group of friends that stream.
He's enthusiastic. That's what
Oh
it is.
yeah, it's next level.
The man wears a squid hat.
Yeah.
The whiskey has nothing to do with it.
The whiskey has not maybe everything to do with.
No, maybe on Fridays.
Maybe
But
on Fridays, yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. Remi,
yeah,
Thank you.
it's Oh, if you want, I'll just throw my social anyways, just for the hell of it. Remi Zoccolante, one word, RemiZoccolante. You can see me.
Can you say that again?
RemiZoccolante. It's all it is. See me make fun of my girlfriend a lot. There is. I did today at least. Appreciation posts for her. Also, that's where my Movember page is for with you guys. I don't have a link
that's
tree.
coming
Yes.
up.
That's so yeah.
So yeah, I'm also gonna end up linking that on the.
We
Twitch.
are Les Average Mo's actually.
Yeah, I
Yes.
totally forgot about that.
That
Holy
is that
shit.
that
was
is
your
that
name
that
too.
is our team.
You came up with that one, I think.
Did I actually?
That
No, I
was a
think you did.
combination of both of us because I wanted to be the average Mo's, and then I was
Les
like, that-
Average
I
Mo.
was like, that
you
take it,
threw
and then
the French switch
Yeah,
on it.
exactly, yeah.
I was like, all right, cool, man. Like, I didn't come up with any of this, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Movember.
we raised a pretty good hunk of money
We
last
did.
year
What was
between
it?
the three of us and my dad
It's
as
like
well.
almost
It was
$7
like
grand or something like that.
it was like easily over $1,000 each.
Yeah.
By the
No,
time
we
like
did.
when you average it out,
No, we did.
I don't remember what the
we,
numbers
we,
were.
we,
No, we
we
were-
each reached our goals. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we reached 1,000, and then we upped it to 2, and we got close to 2.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I think we were up around like 55 to like $6,000 or something like that.
yeah.
By the
so
time we were done.
we're gonna do that again this year.
100%. We're calling
In
out
some
Austin
form.
Matthews.
Yeah, we were, which obviously didn't work, but we'll do it again this year and
Yeah.
actually properly do it like daily, just to fuck them up.
100%. Be like, yo, we want to
Yeah.
beat you.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Friendly competition always gets.
that's it.
Gets
Friendly
people going.
banter.
Just
Yes.
if it even gets one person to be like, hey, fuck Austin Matthews, let's look at these average Mo's
Yeah.
to get up.
And then, yeah, no, obviously
Yeah.
we've said all mental health, but when it comes to that month, men's mental health in general, we got to look out for our brothers.
It's very important, especially
You
with
do
COVID
it for
going
that.
on.
I do it for my one ball, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, no, there's mental health, there's physical health, ball cancer, and everything all in between.
I got a list of reasons on there, but
Yeah.
overall, it's just like, yo,
We all have our reasons
COVID's fucking a lot of people up, so
for sure.
Yeah.
give people attention.
Yep.
And as
Exactly.
you always say you tell your friends you love them.
Oh, yeah, no, that's how I end my Twitch streams. Just tell the people you care about, you love them. I've learned it in the last couple of years and a lot of the years of my life. You never know when the last goodbye is going to be. So just
Right.
make sure you tell the people you care about you're going to love them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's, make sure your friends are okay and tell everyone you love them. Life's too short, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Choked him up.
Well, thank you again. Socials for the show, the Dick Van Myke Show, on Instagram and Facebook, at Dick Van Myke on Twitter, which is absolutely useless, but whatever, it's there anyways.
Come on,
And,
Elon.
yeah, honestly, it's been like a month since I tweeted at that guy. YouTube, Spotify.
You gotta start
Apple
posting
Music.
YouTube again because I was trying to watch the last episode. It's
Yeah,
not
I'm
there.
actually,
Come on.
I'm 6 weeks behind. I'm 6
Oh
weeks
my
behind.
god.
But YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and am I tripping? Spotify.
You're
Apple,
not on Stitcher, right?
Google.
No, Spotify. Yeah, Google Podcast
Google
is the last one. So
Podcast.
Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, YouTube Music. We're all
This is
there.
why
All the
every-
platforms.
This is why every podcast just says available wherever you get your podcasts.
That's actually a good point.
See?
It's available wherever you get your podcast, except for the ones that no one knows about.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening. Hope everyone has a wonderful day.
Good
And
morning,
we'll-
good day, good evening, whatever.
Zoolander,
whenever you're
not
listening to it.
Zoolander. It's
Oh, that was my whole thing. I was gonna enter the whole thing. It was gonna
what
be
movie is that?
So long, farewell, and Wiedersehen.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's that's Sound of
It's
Music.
still Ben Stiller, but I don't remember. No, it's not Ben Stiller, is it?
I'm really, really good looking.
What movie is that?
At Zoolander.
That's Zoolander.
The one where he's trapped in the same world forever?
Walter Mitty.
No.
No,
Night at the Museum.
No.
I don't know.
Something about Mary.
It's driving me up the wall. It's the one, that quote you just said is from that movie I'm thinking of.
Really?
Where he's trapped in a world that he can't
Think
get out
you're
of.
thinking Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Maybe
Truman
I'm
Show.
Truman Show.
That's
Fuck,
Jim Carrey.
thank God.
That's
Yeah,
Jim
that's the
Carrey.
quote though. That is the quote. Yeah. So Truman Show. Great movie. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.